Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's good? What's good? Shout out to the fam. How y'all feeling? It's early. We pulling up early. We gonna build on this boxing a little early today. And give it its just due how we always do. How only we do. Y'all know. Y'all already know. Smash the like button on the way in. On the way out. You know, sub to the channel. Turn your notifications on. All that good stuff. What's good with y'all, man? Jamel, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? Shout out to you. Let's go. All things, my guy, was good. Barbara D, my boxing mom, how you feeling this morning? I'm doing pretty good. Just had to come here a little early. I might not make it back later. I know I say that all the time, but I think I'm serious this time. Dude, what's good, cuz? How you feeling? I playing LD TV. What's good, bro? It's gonna build. Y'all know we love boxing over here, so we just build on the boxing, man. Something I had came across. I didn't get a chance to talk about. You know, I had seen Eddie Hearn do a recent interview about the monster, and Eddie Hearn kind of sounded off on Monster anyway, man. He ain't get that man no credit almost, and you know, look, everybody gonna have their different opinions, but I think with Monster, man, you just gotta look a bit deeper. You know, I think people make too much out of what size or what weight he fighting at. I mean, you can't help what weight class you fighting in. You can't help what size you are. He's just a small ass guy, obviously. If he able to make, 122 pounds, I mean, how many grown men do you know that can make 122 pounds? You get what I'm saying? And I just think people missing it. You know, Eddie Hearn gave he went in, to be honest with you. Like he went in. He said it's time to take him out the pound for pound, get him out of there. Basically, his resume is shit. Like Eddie Hearn served the monster up. And I just felt like he was missing the mark right here. Like, as a promoter, I know damn well if he had a talent like Monster anyway, he'd be promoting and telling everybody that he's the best in the world. You see how he do with his fighters now. So he'll tell you quick, Shakur Stevenson's one of the best fighters, can be one of the best fighters ever and all that. He'll tell you that about Boots, right? That's how he'll tell you how good Conor Ben is, right? That's just how he do for his guys. So my thing is, I think Akhmadaliev is his fighter, obviously, and that's the side that he on. So of course he gonna speak a certain way about Inoue, but damn, I mean, to say that, to take him out the pound for pound, his resume is shit. I used to think like that, and then I had to look at it a bit deeper, and I had to ask myself, like, outside of lightweights, right? And arguably even, people got him, want to see him way up there with Tank. I think that speaks volumes about the kind of fighter that Monster is. The fact that people would even make this notion that, Tank should go down and meet him at 130. That's saying a lot. I don't think people get it. If you're asking that man to go all the way up to 130 and even bother Tank, that's I think that speaks volumes about what kind of fighter he is. Kyle Cooley, what's good, family? How you feeling? Thomas Hill, my God, what's good, bro? What's good with it, man? How you feeling? Fresh Baker, what's good, family? How you feeling, bro? Fonz B, what's good with it? Yeah, the morning show. Cornelius, what's good, player? We in here, man. Y'all smash it like, but we gonna build on this boxing, Mike, what's good with it, bro? The boxing was good, fam. MJ has been with Eddie for like 7 years, and this is the first time he really promoted him. that's why I call my guy the fax machine. He just pop right in. He come right in with it. And that's exactly my point, right? So I'm not knocking Eddie, right? Everybody has their opinion. It's never personal, but it makes for a good conversation because I'm like, damn, this dude ain't pound for pound. He said how you get to duck his mandatory 3 times. And Akhmadaliev, man, who the hell in here got Akhmadaliev beating, Monster anyway, bro? And didn't he already lose to somebody that ain't even on Monster level? I could have swore he did. I forgot the name of the guy he lost to, but he definitely lost. Tim Stott was good with it, fam. How you feeling? Yeah, I don't get it no more either, bro. And look, I was almost on that type of time. I was almost one of those people. I was almost there. I'm sitting up here like, man, he little as hell. He fighting these little ass guys. Who are these dudes that he beating up? And then when you go to really deeper than surface level and you look at what he doing, who the hell you got beating him down there? That I don't care. Like, you could cry all day about the competition, bro. You can't do nothing about the competition that's there when you're fighting. You just got to beat the best guys. And I think that's what he's been doing. He's been doing it consistently, though. You get what I'm saying? He be beating on these guys. The fights don't be close. We got to really consider the fact that none of them small guys is going to beat him. Like, he ain't doing nothing to them. So, hey, man, if you are 120 some pounds, you're going to have trouble with that dude. Period, man. He move up a weight class. I think he'll be successful up there, but I'm just waiting to see what he's gonna do. But that dude is a real talent. If you just take out your personal feelings toward him and you just look at what's in the ring, that dude really can fight, bro. He really can fight. He really can crack. He can punch his ass off. He know how to set traps. He get a bit cocky. He know how to give you a show. You get what I'm saying? I just don't see how we can't appreciate him. For small guys, he holding it down. It's not even close. It's like single-handedly he holding it down. He beating ass. You get what I'm saying? He wiping these dudes out, and it's not even close. And like I said, we begging for him to go to the next weight class because we want to see him get challenged. Because we know what? We know for damn sure, especially after he beat up Cool Boy. Respect to my guy, Cool Boy, who fighting Brandon Figueroa in a rematch coming up this weekend. But after he beat him, all bets was off, man. Like, them little dudes not beating him. Them little dudes not doing nothing with him, man. Like, you his size, you his size, you at a disadvantage. I just want to be clear about that. Like, make that clear about Monster. If you are his size, you at a disadvantage. That's the crazy part. We really got to go find somebody big. Like, yeah, I bet you won't go up to 130. Yeah, I want to see him fight Rafael Espinosa. Shit, me too, because he listen, they can't touch him down there. They can't touch him down there. They cannot touch him down there. Thomas Hill was good with it, bro.
Oh nah, man. Just listening to the cook, I just was gonna say, yo, only person I see at around that range that he's fighting at that can give him some trouble is Junta. Only person I think can even give him some trouble.
That's
Dude
fair.
is legit, man. Hey, dude begged him to come forward, and that Mickey Freaky promptly put him on his ass, dog. That more so than anything, saying everything about him. Like, dude was taunting him when he was giving him some good work. So it was like, oh, so now you want to show out on me, huh? Let me go and put your ass down. And he put him down immediately, dog. That's G status right there.
Right. Anyway, versus Nick Ball is gonna be a bloodbath. That's another good fight. So yeah, like shout out to Thomas Hill. Appreciate you pulling up with me. You said yeah, Eddie Hearn said all that about Duckett just to say at the end of the interview, Turkey want to make anyway versus MJ and Saudi in December. Yeah, how is that a duck? It's not. It's just him being a promoter. And that's why I don't take nothing personal. You got to know when they got their promoter hat on firmly. Like, they'll say just about anything that's going to hold their fighter in a good light. And we know that the promoting 101. Yeah, he's ducking my guy. Yeah, he avoided my guy 3 times. I'm going to pull the clip up. Y'all know I keep the clips, man. I'm going to pull it up. But yeah, man, I just don't see it that way. I don't think nobody his size is going to be able to do much with him. Like, he's proven it time and time again. Like, I'm sold, bro. Like, it's not hype. I ain't trying to hear none of that. They can't beat him. They can't. He boxed better than you. He punched harder than you. He's smarter than you. He's more confident than you. That dude is clearly the boss when he in the ring. Make no mistake. He don't play no games, man. Get what I'm saying? He just was in there with what was his buddy named Kim, and dude got a little comfortable. We got a little too comfortable. We went to taunting. Yeah, and led to his knockout.
You can hear the thudding shots from Naoya Inoue. And down goes Andrew Kim. Be careful what you ask
for. Oh, part about it is that he grabbed his rib.
Bro asked for it. Nah, man. Hell no, man. Just enjoy it, bro. That's where I'm at with it. Miss me with all that. This resume is trash. I was almost there, bro. I was almost about to, come with that energy once upon a time. I had to catch myself like, hold on, bro. Really watch this dude. Like, you telling me that shit ain't he one of them, bro. It's okay. Sorry that we got Tank holding it down the lightweight as far as like just smoking shit, knocking people out, giving you that kind of show. But make no mistake, underneath that, there's that guy. It's a couple weight classes down, and again, we looking for him to go up because we know what he could do. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad we want to see it. We throwing his name in there with everybody. Nick Ball, Rafael Espinosa. We like hell with it. Meet Tank at 130. Like, hey, you get me? That's how bad people want to see him lose. It ain't even that deep, man. I enjoy what he doing. Like, he's very dominant, and I think anytime you're able to watch an athlete, especially in a sport that you can't play, be that dominant, I think you just should sit back and enjoy it instead of trying to come up with all these creative talking points to try to diminish what he is as a talent. Like, you in the minority. Anybody pushing that, yeah, it's a little bit of y'all, because I ain't going for it. That little dude is it. He getting there and he's smoking shit. Like, you ask for an ass whooping, he gonna give it to you. If you could take a little beating, then that's exactly what he gonna give you. But more times than not, you are not gonna see the final bell. You not.
Yeah. And for the people, I know there's gonna be people that say, "Well, he was a kickboxer." If he was a kickboxer, he didn't deserve to be in the ring, and I guarantee you, he looked like he didn't deserve to be in that ring. My man finished him off like a champ. Like I said, the dude taunted his ass, and since he taunted him, he put him on his ass, dog. Like, that, there ain't nothing else to be said.
Disrespectful about it too, man. Calm, cool, calm. They don't even over celebrate no more, man. And you ain't know these dudes can't beat him.
Hey,
I'm gonna
real
just
talk.
say he not gonna come out and say he gonna come out, train, fight hard, all that business as usual. But I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, yo, bro. No, y'all can't beat him. And I say
Yeah,
y'all,
bro.
them little guys. If you are his size, you are at a disadvantage.
I like to see the Junto fight though. I really would like to see
Junto,
people. Yeah, I like to see that one, man. That would
it'd be
I don't know if
interesting.
Junto could get him, but man, I think it would be a hell of a fight
I remember
while it lasts.
it was talking about it. Remember, it was a couple fights back. Didn't they fight on the same card or something like that?
Yeah.
I think I
And then
was up for that, calling that fight. I
you
think
what?
I was.
You
I'm not
were.
mistaken, but Tacoma Inoue had lost. The
Mm.
brother. He was saying, they were saying, you know, oh, fight my brother, and then I'll fight you type deal. And he
Yeah,
was
well,
like, all right, like you get me. But he went out there, he won his fight, and Inoue brother lost his. So I don't know. I never heard nothing after that
nothing else
situation.
after that.
And
But
so
I mean that really would only be I mean, in the weight that he fluctuate around right now, not moving up, that'll only be the guy that I could see that challenging, man. The dude is tough, dog. He's quick,
mhm.
he's explosive, he's confident more so than anything. Dude is confidence personified in that ring.
Yeah, Reggie was
Like,
good with it. That's the thing. He's fought over in the States more than once. I used to be on that a little bit too. I still am on that a little bit. Like I just want to see it, so it kind of could, you know, satisfy the curiosity of me and other people that, you know, just want to see it. But I don't really think all that much gonna change, bro. I think he is who he is. It's just
I
a
would
special
say
little
this
guy.
about fighting in the States gives
Mhm,
away the home court advantage and the fact that, you know, he can't dictate a lot of things like he probably could out there. But
mhm.
that ring is the same no matter where you place it.
You get me? Like the skills are gonna remain the same. The little man can scrap.
Yeah,
I just want to be clear. Like I never want to get up here and like I'm praising. But remember, I'm just doing. When I hear a guy like which, like I said, I'm gonna play the clip in a minute. I hear somebody like Eddie Hearn go that hard and really just take away from everything that he is. There's no way you telling me that that guy is trash or that's just some overhyped product. Or like that's not what's going on. No, what's going on is a little guy making 122 pounds and dominating the competition. And I think anything in or around and arguably the next weight class up is in trouble if they're dealing with him. That's what I believe. I feel like 26 might be a stopping point for him. I don't know about 30 and 35. That sound like a stretch because he 30 plus, but he's 31. So I don't see that. But I just want to be clear about what I'm saying. Like that's real talent. And if you don't believe me, and yeah, I'm going here with it because I know who y'all favorite fighter is. I know a lot of y'all favorite fighters. Tank, that's one of my favorite fighters to watch. But I know for the people who absolutely undeniably Tank Davis is your favorite fighter. What did he say about Monster? They asked him, who you like to watch? I like that guy from Japan. What's his name? He know he a bad man too. Real recognize real. And that's how I'm starting to, you know, draw it up. I just feel like at this point, if you don't see the talent and skill with Inoue, I just think you ain't of the cloth. Like, right? You probably because you don't do what they do. Because the ones that do it, they know that shit is real. And the only one saying different is probably, you know, competitors of his, right? And maybe the promoters, you know, the opposite promoters of him. Like, you know, Eddie Hearn, right? Ahmed Daliev is his guy, so he gonna speak the way he's speaking. But I
yeah.
think he put his foot in his mouth with that. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Ain't no way.
shout out L Dub. L Dub cleared it up. I'm gonna say this about your boy
I
Eddie.
was good with it, bro.
Eddie, he lost me when he came with a little spiel about my man Hackett, Jalil Hackett, after Hackett got the fight taken from him.
Right.
And I understand he say anything to get his fighter that look. And after watching the fight and watching somebody literally invite him to come forward to give him a little bit more action, and he gave him the ultimate action, I think he's hoping that, well, if we go out there and say stuff like this, he'll indulge the fight. I don't know if he really want to put his fighter up in there with that man. That man gonna go down there and break him down, dog. I just
Mm-hmm.
don't see it. I
Mm-hmm.
don't see it.
Mm-hmm. He's not touched that through the
MJ
great spot.
tough. He
Only an
tough.
older Nonito.
But
I get it. I was pushing that too for a while, but we we have I'm gonna just say it this way. We have a very interesting way of how we grade talent and what we deem a challenge. And it's like when I hear people say, like, well, you know, LeBron does X, Y, and Z, that's because the generation he played in. If it was this generation, he wouldn't be able to do that. And even if they got a point or not, but you just would never know, because all you could deal with is what's in front of you and what's in or around you where you competing at.
That's a
And
fact.
when I see that, make no mistake about it, I think it's saying something. Anytime it's not like he just beating guys and, you know, I just, you know, barely getting by and getting these wins and racking up the accolades that way. It's domination. Even when you seen him in one of his roughest moments getting dropped, he got his ass put down. He got spun by Luis Neri. The way he got up and proceeded to beat the absolute hell out of him. That's not that you don't see that all the time. Like you'll see somebody be gun shy, a little hesitant. Man, hell no. Like he almost took it as disrespect. Like,
Facts.
oh, you got me, and you got me good too. He's like, okay,
Facts.
man. He punished Luis Neri after that.
Facts.
Pummeled him, yo. I'm just like, this shit. I think what we watching, it's just special. I get it. People are hung up on like a better competition or at the higher weight classes, and I know that's like consensus, but bigger don't always mean better. And the thing about him, I just don't know. Like it's boxing ability and everything. Like it's the combination of what I think he's showing you on a consistent level. So I know, like you know, when you think of some of the names that he's fighting over there, you don't jump out your seat, but just ask yourself who in or around weight classes that you got really beating him. Get what I'm saying? Like I said, we asking for him to go up and go up and go up because we want to see him challenge. And I don't think that guys are just not a challenge at all. I just think he's that much better than these dudes because there's undeniably one guy that just, you know, I think walk through these smaller weight classes. I really do.
Hey, and to piggyback off of what you said, bro, and L-Dub just chronicled it as well too, man. I think he definitely takes the disrespect and he feels off it. He feeds off that ish. Like when my man waved him in, he put him on his ass immediately. Like you said, when he went down, he got up and he went to beat the absolute crap out of old boy.
He disrespectful, ain't
he? Yo, it's like, yo, dog, you had the audacity to do this to me.
But he got confident. I don't know what he got. I don't know what he was seeing, why he asked for that. But man, he gave it to him, man, quick, fast, and got him up out of there. Short night work. So yeah, I do think the bigger challenges are at the higher weight. No, there's nothing wrong with that. But I still just want to highlight. I think what you're seeing is special. Like when it's that convincing, like when it's not close, when you see the biggest moments where you get tested the most, like we seen, like again, we could talk about it a little bit because that's what we here for. I'm just here to get a man that's just due. Eddie Hearn went the other way with it. So y'all know why I'm here. You get me? But I don't know, man. You could talk about the Donaire fight as well. Yeah, the first fight, or older Donaire, but that's a vet. Look how many fights he had. Like he done been around, he done fought the who's. Ain't never ducked no smoke. That's not out the realm possibility for somebody like that to give him a a good fight, a damn tough fight. Broke his orbital bone and all that shit. And I get it. They didn't fight, run the rematch right away and different things like that. Looked like they waited him out. I remember that was going on. That was one of the narratives. But I just, truth be told, like it was like night and day. The first and second fight, night and day. Like he destroyed him in the second time around. I know people want to be like, he's older. This shit. If he was old when he gave him a good fight, right? So it just I think anyway just wasn't going for that shit this time around. I think he just got better. He improved. I think the fact that he went the distance with him the first time, familiar with each other. And he showed you what it really was. Everybody could have be tested on a night. He still got through it, broken orbital and all. And man, that rematch, he left no question. Like you ain't never seen somebody do Donaire like that.
The fights that L-Dub suggested that he might be going in the direction of the Picasso, the Goodman, and the MJ Ball. Which one would you rather see?
As far as Picasso, Goodman, MJ, or Ball, you know what? Being that we on it, I like to see him beat up MJ just to shut up Eddie Hearn. And I like Hearn, nothing personal, but just this whole notion that he's ducking him, like, bro, that dude not better than him. And that's what I would just like for him to prove it. Like 100% fact, he just ain't better than him at all. You get me? I don't know. I was a little lost at first with the Inoue shit, but like I said, man, you just had to look at it, and I get it. He might not be your favorite fighter. He fighting Tuesdays and, you know, super early in the morning, got you up wilding to watch the fights. I get all of that, but just from a pure boxing fan standpoint, that man gives you the show. He get in there and he beat your ass, and he make it decisive. It's clean. Like I said, man, I roll the tape. This shit was beautiful.
You can hear the thudding shots from Naoya Inoue. Oh, there it is! And down goes Yeju Kim. Be careful what you ask for.
One more time.
You can hear the thudding shots from Naoya Inoue. Oh, there it is! And down goes Yeju Kim. Be careful what you ask for.
What you think MJ out here going to do with that?
That ninja hit him so hard he grabbed his rib, dog. That was cold.
Hey, yo, I watched this man punch a guy that was game wanting to fight. Like, he punched the fight out of him. Like, bro back went out. Hey, yo, bro back went out in the fight, man. Ain't this the same dude? Nah, just leave. You got me confused. You got me effed up if you think that I think that he's ducking MJ. I just can't buy it. I'm sorry. You're going to have to show me at 122 pounds you could get in there and do something with him, because I'm sold, bro. I don't need to see it 5 more times. I don't need that. I want to see him climb another weight class. After that, I'll stop there. But I would like to see it because, again, I think he got a lot more fights left in him. But as far as the name, shout out to L-Dub. All them names are good fights, to be honest. Like, because there's nothing left. Like, he leaving no doubt, and it might be a straggler or two that might go by the wayside, but for the most part, man, that shit is domination, and I like it.
Ain't no stragglers.
It's fun.
He wiped.
Anyway,
He wiped
down,
him
like
off.
you said, 135 and 147, he fighting them in weight classes where dudes just ain't good enough, and that's all. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to KL. I agree, bro. That's how I see it. It's just what it is. I get it. We hung up on the bigger fighters, the heavier weight classes. We like, man, them teeny guys, ain't nobody down there. But damn, he down there. He down there. He down there, and it ain't close.
And there ain't no stragglers.
Mopping the floor.
There ain't no stragglers. Like I said, the only one around that weight,
like he would have distractions.
Yeah, the only one I see around that weight that possibly can give him some problems, some wreck, is Junta.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good fight. It's interesting, though.
That'd be the only person around that weight class.
Differences is with the two, because that'd be something. Yeah, he's stepping on him. He just like nothing. Like it's that fact that it's that convincing is how you know what you're seeing is really authentic, I think, and genuine. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be clear. I get everybody that say, you know, go up. And I think the tougher challenge is at 26. Yeah, I think it's some people up there, but man, can we completely be sold that those guys beat them too? Give them.
And the thing about the people that,
because I said it before, if you his size, you at a disadvantage. Your best bet is to be bigger than him and hope that you know kind of warrants you some type of advantage that can help you during the fight. Because other than that, punching power is punching power. If that travel up a next weight class with him, all bets is off, man. He ain't gonna just become some worse boxer. You know what I'm saying? I think the fights will get better, but he'll just get to show how truly great he is. I think he a small, great guy. That's what I think. I mean, if somebody show me otherwise, I mean, then I revisit it, but I don't see it. Shout out to Big Dog Willie, man. Appreciate you, man. He said Tanker Maniacs now says that Mayweather didn't help Tank become a pay-per-view fighter. Tank alone made what Tank is today. What's up with the Tank fans? Damn. I mean, that's a loaded conversation for sure.
Hey, but before we go into that, man,
I'll say this. It's impossible to completely disregard the help that Floyd was able to aid him with, right? Like just that blessing. Y'all know how that go. Like he stamped you, he pushed you, he solidified you, but there's that. And I think that got the ball rolling, that opened people's eyes. I got people paying attention. But what I always say about Tank, and this is just my honest opinion, you also seen before it was Tank, it was guys like, you know, Jalen Love, that was the guy, right? He also had that blessing. But the difference is, you know, he started taking losses, and that kind of fell by the wayside. Whereas even though Tank, it was given a blessing for sure, and you got to acknowledge that. That's why he gonna always think Floyd, no matter if he hate him, don't like him, or what, he know what it is. But he still made the most out of every single opportunity. That's what made him different than anybody that quote unquote got the Floyd Mayweather blessing or stamp, right? He took it and ran with it. You know what I'm saying? I think he was a student of what was going on over there. He allowed them to move him. And you know, I think when he felt the need, man, he, you know, walked his own path. So now you can't disregard this. Is Floyd, right? Floyd definitely brought the eyes, man, and that shit just different. But the fact that I think he you know, made the most out of every opportunity, I think that's why he got the staying power, so to speak, right? The Mayweather blessing was this, like, essentially get the ball rolling, right? To really let people know, hey, look, this is what I got over here. This is where we going. We got this, you know, this young fighter, you know, knocking shit out, boxing, beating people ass, but you get what I'm saying? He had to make Floyd out to be a truth teller by winning these fights and getting in here and doing what he do. So I think that shit just grew. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think it started and helped the ball rolling, but I think he kept it. You get what I'm saying? And that's the difference between him and like a guy like Jay Leon that was getting pushed as one of the guys for Mayweather before it was a Tank, if you ask me. And you've seen the difference. So I wouldn't say that he didn't help him at all, but I give a lot of credit to the individual fighter for, like I said, making the most out of them opportunities. Signature Sounds was good with it.
Well, I'll say this, man, and then I want to go back.
Boy, it was good. Shout out to everybody. I smashed the like button, man. We here early today. KO was good, bro.
Oh, KO up in here. I'm gonna let KO rock out. Go ahead, rock.
Nah, man, I just wanted to say really quickly, because this conversation came up on the channel yesterday, and I'm gonna do a video on it. But a lot of the stuff that I want to say, bro, it's like everybody has a promoter, right? Canelo had Oscar, Tank had Floyd, but Oscar got other fighters outside of Canelo. Floyd had other fighters outside of Tank. Right. So to act like it's because he's connected to Floyd or it's because Canelo was connected to Oscar, they still got to go out there and win those fights and whoop people ass, bro. So to try to give Floyd the credit, like he co-signed Badu Jack, he co-signed Mickey Bay. You just mentioned Jay Leon Love. He has right now. Right. So then that means somebody other than Tank should step to the forefront. Like, what about the fact that Tank knocks people out, and on Twitter and social media, he's the one that's stirring up controversy, got everybody talking about him, bro. What did Floyd Mayweather do to make his knockout of Frank Martin go viral? He didn't do nothing. As a matter of fact, he told people the fight was canceled.
Right? He did.
So to give promoters credit instead of the fighter, that makes like it's just like everybody needs an opportunity, right? Everybody has a promoter at some point. And to just try to give Floyd his credit, bro, we don't give Bob Arum credit for Floyd. We don't give Bob Arum credit for Oscar because Oscar still had to take on those tough fights. He had to win some of them. He had to have that mentality where he didn't duck no smoke. He had to be the Olympian that he was. Floyd had to be the Olympian that he was. He had to talk his shit. He had to go in there, take the less money, beat Oscar. He had to promote himself after that, bro. Like it's crazy that in order to discredit a fighter, we gotta try to say, oh well, it was the promoter. Like, okay, he got put on Conor McGregor undercard with Floyd Mayweather, and could have lost that fight. He could have looked unimpressive in that fight.
Right.
He had to go in there and knock that dude out, bro. So you gotta when people become stars, you gotta always give credit to them. It's like giving LeBron James, high school coach, a goddamn medal because he had LeBron James. You know, LeBron had to make himself LeBron, bro.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes coach, like, yeah, it's cool. Like, all right, bro, you had a good high school coach. You went to Texas Tech. You had a good college coach. But at some point, when do Patrick Mahomes, LeBron James, when do they get credit for being able to throw the football and shoot the goddamn basketball?
Right.
So I don't understand that level of thinking, bro. And it comes from, and you saw Big Dog Willie, it was a lot of Shakur fans. I know you're not on that side of the argument, Just Do, but it's coming from a lot of Shakur fans that I've been talking to lately, bro. Shakur is more accomplished than Tank. Shakur is a 3-division unified champion. Shakur Stevenson was put in position to fight other champions in his weight class way better than Tank Davis did. But just like Shakur had an opportunity to go in there and step on Valdez, to go in there and step on Jamel Hearn, to go in there and knock people out, they all have the same opportunity when they get in front of that TV screen, bro. They all got the same opportunity. Don't they both got Twitter accounts?
For sure.
They both got, everybody got Instagrams, right? Okay, so everybody got the same social media. They all fighting in championship level fights. For the most part, they all on big cards, whether they're the main event or the co-main event, whatever it is, they all on big cards. So they all got the opportunity to capture our imagination and make us gravitate towards them.
Right.
At some point, you got to get a fighter credit for being able to do that.
Absolutely. I agree. That's why I say, man, for me, when I hear somebody say no credit at all, I can't go that far, but I can't go as far as saying he's the sole purpose either. Yeah, you provided the platform and you brought the eyes. Yeah, you stamped him, but he stamped him ultimately, right? By keeping it going. It's just like what Mr. Empire said. You had to win those fights. So I get it, man. I understand it on both sides, but definitely, if you ain't shit, you ain't shit. I don't care who's stamping you. You get me? And that's why I just made the comparison with Jay Leon, because he stamped him early too, and he went out there and got knocked out.
Yeah, 100.
Got different for him.
And then just to say this last word on it, brother, and I'll let y'all cook on it. The last thing I say about it just is he lost the Floyd Mayweather stamp when he left Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather started shitting on him, started putting guys over him, and started really hating on him or whatever. And he's a bigger star now without Mayweather than he was with Mayweather.
Yeah.
So, I'm just trying to make sense of why people can't get that young man credit, bro. But that's all I got, man. I'll let y'all.
Respect, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to my
Good
guy.
morning, fellas.
Shout out to Big Dog Willie. Man, I appreciate you. You already know, man. I respect all opinions, man. I get it. I get it. And I get what Big Dog is saying, because some people see KO gonna break it down and make it level-headed, right? He acknowledging Floyd. He ain't completely disregard the help. You get me? But again, you got to be able to carry the torch, right? You know what I mean? You can get it started for you, but you got to be able to keep it lit, and that's what he's been doing. And I think separating probably was the best thing for him, because it put him in a situation where he almost can't lose, right? Think about it. You look like you moved out and stepped out on your own, right? And y'all be going at it. That shit bring a lot of attention, but then you go out there and knock people out. It's just like it's everlasting. Truth be told, man, I think they better than what people think too. Because I don't care about how it look in the public. I ain't going for it. That shit sell and make money. Them two going back and forth. Everybody talk about it. Soon as Tank say something.
Good morning, fellas.
Man,
you can hear me,
bro? What's up with
it? I'm in the basement of this big ass stadium. That's why I tried to see if you could hear me, because I don't know how good my reception is, man.
You good?
The whole Tank being who he is because of Floyd, that's ridiculous. Yeah, he got a bigger start and a larger platform to start on, but how you fight and your performances mean everything in this shit. If he went out there and fans were booing him, people still think he would be some kind of superstar because of Floyd Mayweather. It's ridiculous to say that. Yeah, he got a bigger push in the beginning, but to act like Floyd is the reasoning for him being who he is, it's crazy to me. It can't be further from the truth. Him knocking people out and performing the way he does when the stage is set, that's why Tank is who he is. And if you deny that, I don't know, I ain't got nothing for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. It just is what it is.
I get it. Because what you're saying again, KO made sense of it. I think you made sense of it. I understand completely what Big Dog is saying, because everybody's not KO. I want to be clear. He gonna break that shit down like that. He got people that's gonna listen to him, so he can't just come up here and just say anything. He got to do that. But it's the other people that's ain't Floyd ain't got nothing to do with it, man.
Oh yeah, Floyd got something to do with it.
And that's what Big Dog is talking to those people that's pushing that. KO is
No
not
doubt.
one of them, but I know I see the same shit that he see too. I see the extremists, and that's why I do my best to go down the middle with everything I talk about. Yeah, I don't try to go too far to the left or right. You know, I try to stay as close down the middle as possible. And man, you can't. That's a one of one type of blessing. Ain't no Floyds in boxing. You get me to be able to say, hey man, this is the guy. Like you see it a little bit for Carmel. You see like you get it, but
Carmel getting the boost too.
You get what I'm saying? He gonna have to carry it the same way Tank did it. He got some of the blessing, right? It ain't exactly the same, but it's still, he gave a platform. He showed people you. He announced you to the world. I remember that video where he looked like he was just learning your damn name. But anyway, you know, he was announcing.
Yeah, but people, so. Any fan saying that Tank didn't get a boost from him, or you know what I mean? Floyd definitely is a pivotal part in Tank Davis's career. But them fucking performances say more than anybody ever could say.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, bro. But the bottom line is this, man. How many other stars are underneath the banner of Mayweather Promotions? In his history of promoting folks, how many other stars? And he's had some talent.
Not too many, bro. Not too many. None, but there's only one.
All the way back with like Mickey Bay, bro. Mickey Bay was way better than what people have ever realized. But that's how I wanted to get him on here one day too, because he got a hell of a story to tell.
No, you ain't never lied though, Just.
Hell of a talent.
Because he could tell you all about the promotions.
He said, Bill Haney, this is one of the best parts of the show every day. The Bill Haney facts.
so to say that, you know, Floyd had nothing to do with it, that's just beyond asinine. But to say that Mayweather is totally responsible for him, that also is asinine, dog. Like, he has to get in there and he has to produce. He has to gravitate folks to him. And, you know, there are other fighters that are champions right now that were under his banner, and they didn't have that same buzz going around them, man. But I want to say that this, man, for all them haters of Inoue, if they happen to be Tank fans, Tank himself stamped this dude.
Yes, he did.
You know what I'm saying? And I respect people who do it more so than I respect people who talk about doing it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never got up in there and did it. Then it's like people telling me, "Oh, this dude is garbage in basketball," but you ain't never made it to the level that they did.
Well, it's like food critics criticizing somebody's food when you ain't never cooked no 5-star Michelin dish ever. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Big Dog Willie.
Shout out to Big Dog. Shout out to the chat.
Let me get this real quick. Bill Haney said on X in 2012, President Obama asked him to help the Navy SEAL to neutralize bin Laden, but Bill decided to stay home and build a full-size Mississippi statue and won Lego Master 2012.
And we ain't never got a boxing game. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to Big
People
Dog.
think he should. You think he's just going to be the man because Floyd said so? Absolutely not.
Nah. You got
no fucking chance of that.
You got to follow it up. So that's why. That's why I listen to y'all so well, because I'm able to hear y'all. I'm not listening to you to try to like respond or just go back and forth. I want to hear you out. And that's why I hear clearly what you saying made sense. KO made sense of it. And I know Big Dog is talking about them radicals, the far lefts. Like everybody, I think all fighters, they get big enough, they got those fans, especially at Tank. All right, you got some people that you can't even say what KO just said. You see how that's being a real one, saying he's more accomplished. People will lose their mind. They'll find an argument. Well, what did that mean? That don't mean he'll beat them. Yeah, it don't. But it's just a fact.
Shakur is, in fact, more accomplished.
You get me? Like, it's not a diss, bro. Everybody opportunities come different in boxing. You get what
it's fucking not.
I don't have an opportunity to get a Floyd Mayweather blessing and get signed at the sparring match that we all enjoy. Like, you get me? But then everybody ain't gonna take the torch. Once he lit it and run with it and keep that shit burning bright. And that's what Tank is doing. That's all. It's easy to get
the key
when you enjoy boxing. I'm never, my content is not set up to try to make these dudes not look like who they is. My biggest critiques of any fighter be mostly how they move and the energy they project. You know what I'm saying? I critique they fight, but shit, losing a fight that's boxing. You know what I'm saying? But how some of these guys be carrying it and they get in position is what I'm most critical of. Like you see a guy like Canelo, got one of the best resume, probably the best active resume in boxing. So it's hard to say, it's hard to argue with him, but you still want to see him test himself, right? But he gonna move the way he moves, and that's just what it is, man.
Shit, Floyd or Canelo got taught by Floyd. He's just moving the way Floyd did at the end of his career.
He did learn the game to a degree. He did. You can't lie.
It is what it is.
Yeah, man. What you said? 25 title fights? It's crazy, bro.
That's a lot, bro.
It's a lot, bro. Shout out to Jamel, man. I'm here to give credit and enjoy boxing, man. That's why I be here. And I said Eddie Hearn just went too far to the left with Monster anyway. I'm like, damn, you ain't got praise because I'm not with praising nobody, right? But I'm all about giving credit where it's due. And I'm like, that shit is just something special. It's a little guy beating the hell out these other little guys. If you are his size, you are at a disadvantage. You better be bigger than him and hope for the best because in his size getting stomped and stepped all over. Canelo and the Queen, how you feeling today?
Miss Shara, how you doing?
Shout out to Frequent, man. What's good, bro?
What's good with the entire chat? Salutations, bro.
I gotta
to all the boxing fans.
This joint from Eddie Hearn.
So you filling in today, huh?
Huh?
You grabbed the torch and said, "Let me get this real quick. Let me fill in a little bit."
You know what I'm saying? I said, might as well. I'm early. And plus, I might not make it back today. I know I say that a lot, but we definitely gonna build while we here.
If you don't make it back, I'll fill in for you. Just let me know, bro.
Sure. Appreciate you. For sure.
Teamwork make the dream work, dog.
Yes, sir. You know it. Man,
what you pulling up at Eddie Hearn joint?
Yeah, while we here, I always play the clips for the people to hear the stuff that he was on
with
about.
The WBO.
He was, this is the one where he went in. He been going in about anyway for a little bit too. Now that I think about it, start doing some homework. He got like several interviews, bro. Bro don't like anyway, and I'm just listening. I'm very transparent. I was on that type of time for a minute, y'all. I'm like, man, who is he fight? Man, he got to come over here and fight. I had my little concerns, and I'm like, hold on, let me look at this dude's resume. He fought over here a few times.
Yeah,
the opponent is not gonna make that much of a difference. Like the separation is clear. Bro. It's skill and talent. That shit is on another level. So all I'm saying is the small guys that he's beating all of them up. In my opinion, you gonna have to show me. That's what he's proven to me.
Monster might be
up. This is why we throwing his name in the hat with Tank Davis. Like that shit speak volumes. He gets stopped by Tank, in my opinion. But the fact that somebody would even think that that's a fight that should be made at all is telling you something about Monster. You get what I'm saying?
It is.
That's how bad
Monster is
the challenge. They like, I bet you won't go up there.
Monster, the golden ticket for Eddie. For MJ and Eddie, Monster's just like a Tank fight is for a Shakur, bro. That's what I mean. You gotta remember that. The fucking the money in them lower divisions is Monster. Monster probably makes more money in Japan than Tank makes here. If you're being real about the shit.
He's definitely a rock star over there.
He's a rock star.
Over here, Tank is over here. I'll say that.
Well, and boxing is bigger in Japan than it is in United States, but Japan's a small place. So I get it.
Man. They be out there. And he got some of us junkies up early calling fights. So he is a special little talent. That's all I'm saying. I ain't praising him because I know fans don't like that, the supporters, and I don't do that. But I'm just, acknowledging what I feel like I'm seeing. A really high level talent in a small frame, man. I know what is he, 5'5", 5'4".
Inoue is bigger than fucking Tank in the ring. They're about the same poundage inside the ring. When they go to throw fists, they're the same weight.
Because they
couple pounds.
probably could fight. They probably
You know what
could.
it is? Tank don't like to shave weight, bro. That's why he started at 126. That's why he won't. Yeah, I mean, he don't like to shave weight. It's just
DGO was
plain and
good,
easy to
man.
see.
Right. That's why he got that shit under control and started. And you seen since then, now his weight be at an all-time low. It's very
Yep.
impressive to see. And that's all. We
'Cause-
ain't patting him on his back. We just acknowledging the change that he made. He was going another direction at first. He put a halt to all of that and ain't looked back since. That's why you
Tightened up.
keep getting the best version of him each and every time out.
Yep, tightened right up. Oh,
Let's listen to Edward. Edward.
let's hear it. Let's hear it, bro.
Positioning him for mandatory with the WBO. Matt, thanks for that, mate. He's going to be mandatory for Canelo Alvarez, so you've got to pick your fights wisely. But you've got to keep on stepping up the levels and challenging him. And that's what tonight was. That was a nice step up for him. And that was a tougher fight and a good test. So I think the names like Plant, Charlo, Billy, Berlanga, Munguia, Saras, you know, I mean, that's the kind of fights now that I think he needs and he's ready for. And I think he wins those fights.
Andy Cruz tonight, Keyshawn Davis, ringside. There's a little awkward, like, kind of handshake between them.
Yeah, I mean, I was winding Keyshawn up. I like him a lot. I get on well with him. And he was like, you know I beat him. You know I beat him. I said, mate, he's in your head. I said, you've got a mental block about Andy Cruz where you know you can't beat him. You fought him 4 times. You've never beaten him. Oh, that was in the amateur. I said, look, how angry you getting? Just winding him up. Andy was brilliant. I mean, look, you know, I think people forget how good Saucedo is as well. I know you were arguing on Twitter. You know, you loved the performance, didn't you? And
right, he's nice.
I think as well, he's going to get better and better against better opposition. But I think sometimes, I mean, he gets bored, but he switches off a little bit when he knows how easy it is. And
just want to stop it real quick. I get that. This for any fighter, not just Andy Cruz. I hate to hear that. Like you at the start of your career, what do you mean you getting bored? Get rid of him then. If you're really bored, get rid of him. Then you can go home. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't play with your food like Bozy said he was doing. You know, getting bored. Nah.
Where do you move him from here, though? Because obviously
amateur kinks. Respectfully. That's what I see.
If Loma retires, it's going to be Abdullayev against Murataya, where it is anyway for the interim. And Andy's next in line.
Andy Gill, what to do?
How far is the Keyshawn Davis fight away, though?
That depends on Keyshawn Davis. Really. I mean, you know, Keyshawn Davis is going to fight.
That's bullshit.
Barancic, right? Easy fight. So he wins that and he becomes WBO world champion. Tell me another fight for Keyshawn Davis in the lightweight division outside of Tank.
Is he a female?
He's 140 pounds. I mean, nice work. You should really do your research, but he's no longer.
He came at him.
If
Bro said Tiafimo, and he said, nice work. Well, he's at 140. You should really do your research. Slick. No, these Brits be slick.
There's
bro.
2 fights that people will say are more interesting than Andy Cruz, and that's Tank, which I don't think will happen just yet, and Shakur, which is his best mate. They're never going to fight. Tell me a more intriguing fight.
Raymond is a name.
More competitive than Keyshawn Davis against Andy Cruz.
You're saying Andy because they got the backstory. I get it.
I just think it's a natural fight.
Andy got 5 fights, bro.
Andy Cruz has won every time. He calls him his son. Like, the build-up's going to be great. And it's a brilliant fight. And listen, it's a 50-50 fight. Keyshawn's looking really good. And he's got great experience in the pros now. Andy's only had 5 fights. 5 fights Andy's had. He just beat Saucedo tonight. Moran last time. I mean, he's moving fast. And he's just a hell of a talent.
Mercado calls out Shakur in the ring. Do you like that?
No, because he's 140 pounds.
See? Thank you,
142 tonight. I mean, I love Tito Mercado. I love his smoke. Do you know what I mean? And Shakur's sitting there, get on my dick. Like, and I'm like, what's going on here? He's 135 pounds. He's fighting Floyd Schofield. You're 140 pounds. But it's fine. You've got to make noise. And that's what Tito Mercado's doing. I mean, he battered Pedraza. And, you know, I think
he barking in the wrong direction, and that's all.
Nice step up. He's exciting. Look at how fighters at 140.
What would you like to see?
I'd like to see Tito Mercado against Adam Azim. Let's make that fight.
And you bank undercard?
Yeah. I mean, he's he's off it now because he turned down too many opponents. But we'd love to do that.
Eddie, I didn't get speaking to you this week about Inoue. What did you make of that performance?
I just like...
Here we go, yeah.
Why should Naoya Inoue get a pass to fight low-level opponents and duck his mandatory, not once, not twice, but 3 times? Like, I just feel like if that was like, I don't know, AJ. Like, you imagine if AJ would have ducked Usyk. Usyk was the mandatory, he boxed him. A lot of people said, don't fight him, vacate your belt. No, I'm a champion, I want to be undisputed. Right? That's what you do as a champion. Inoue is undisputed, pound for pound great. I've got to say, his resume is pretty shit. Like, okay, he beat Stephen Fulton, good performance. I mean, I don't know. I think Naoya Inoue is really disappointing.
This is
I think
crazy.
he's very, very disappointing. And I think fight fans need to wake up at what's going on here with Naoya Inoue. He's boxed TJ Dehenny and the geezer on Saturday. I know he was supposed to fight Sam Goodman. No,
He punched Doheny back out of commission, bro. Bro, back went out when he fought anyway. His back. Man, Eddie, I'm calling bullshit. Don't tell me I need to wake up. I'll be wide awoke, especially at 4 or 5 something in the morning when we up calling them damn anyway fights. But damn it, I call BS. If MJ Akhmadaliev had the same exact resume and accolades as Naoya Inoue, you will be praising him as a pound for pound great. This is what I know. This is what I know. If Inoue's resume is disappointing, then what is the guy that you're trying to match him up against, which is MJ, that you claim that's the fight that he ducked 3 times? I can't wait. Yeah, I cannot wait. I truly hope that fight get put together. I don't care if Turkey gotta do it, bro. I want to see that fight just so he could get what he looking for, bro. He gotta get what he looking for. Eddie be mixing the truth with a little cat, right? Telling his fighters to cause a little drama on the sideline.
disrespect, but another, like, what are you just allowing this to happen? He's been ordered now twice to fight MJ.
Right.
He's paid money
Good point, though.
to the WBA for a permit to avoid him.
Do you think that fight just won't happen now then?
Obviously. But listen, what I'm telling you now, yeah? So remember this. The WBA said, okay, we'll allow you to fight Goodman reluctantly. That's the second time you've ducked. But after Goodman, or now this guy's just boxed, you have to fight Akhmadaliev, and we will order the fight immediately. If you do not fight him, you'll be stripped of the WBA title. He's only going to fight Picasso. He's an artist.
He is a good fighter.
He's not as good as MJ Akhmadaliev. He was last seen doing a little bit of pastel work somewhere, you know, on the canvas, and not the one in the ring. Oh, Picasso. What the fuck? 3 ducks. I mean, this is outrageous. Naoya Inoue, I was going to say disgrace, but it's a bad word.
Monster smokes MJ, easy work.
Yo, Eddie Hearn is crazy. And he got his promoter hat on for real. I didn't think it would go this hard for MJ, bro.
You are not the fighter that I thought you were.
Oh, look at
Akhmadaliev is now going to be the WBA champion.
Wow.
I mean, this is outrageous.
This is funny. This shit comedy hour for me. Hold on.
I was going to say disgrace. But
Wow.
you are disappointing, Naoya Inoue. You are not the fighter that I thought you were.
Damn, he wants that piece of that pie real bad, dog.
Be the WBA champion. You have to fight him again to be undisputed. Fight fans need to wake up. If that was one of my fighters, or that was AJ or someone like that, he would be, oh my God, you wouldn't let it die.
Wow.
Wake up, fight fans. Wake up. This is not a pound-for-pound performance from Inoue. This is not a pound-for-pound resume, and this is not a pound-for-pound
What the fuck, dude?
Take him out of the pound.
Crazy
Naoya
work, bro.
Yo, promoters, yo, you gotta love this shit, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Looking in the camera, he had his finger
pointing.
out. He like,
He looked like me on my lives and shit.
bro. You are not the fighter that I thought you were.
Yeah, you ain't him.
All 'cause
You ain't
he
giving me.
MJ and put him to sleep. Yeah, we gonna whoop MJ ass when they fight, bro.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know why.
Bro, he waiting for MJ like a steak, dog.
Wasn't MJ the same guy that continued to want to fight mandatories and was cool with it?
Yeah.
He was cool with it.
Super cool with it.
Man, this dude is an idiot, bro. He's an idiot.
Like I said, man, I think that's him pointing that Inoue in the ring and waving him on, telling him, come on.
Shout out to
He trying to get him to indulge.
This is funny, bro. Man, this was gold right here.
Time to be taken out of the pound-for-pound list.
Damn.
Is Turkey the man to make this happen?
Yo, bro said take him out the pound-for-pound list. He tripping. Bro. Out of control, Eddie. You wild. Shout out to Eddie, man. I know he being a promoter. Look.
Eddie will tell you whatever.
Look, man, I don't know. It might be Eddie for mayor, man, the way he promoting nowadays, right? Like, if my promoter ain't promoting me like this, I don't want him, bro.
He full-fledged in sweepstakes. He trying to get in that monster sweepstakes, and he's saying whatever he's got to say to get that pay.
He about to talk about it some more, though.
It's crazy, bro.
MJ wouldn't have beat Cool Boy to me either. Like, I don't see it.
Hell no.
He's just a good fighter. I don't want to dismiss his talent.
He got good power.
You get me?
The
I don't
pressure.
see nothing special.
Me neither. He got a hard-ass punch. That's it. Monster get around that easy. He smokes MJ in 2 fucking rounds.
And bet his money punch ain't gonna be like Monster, so it's
hell no.
Hey, Eddie, talk that snake talk.
Well, let's get to this last part, man. Eddie is hilarious, man.
Because he's got a good.
He wants the Akhmadaliev fight. He knows. He said to me, "What is the best fight in the division for Inoue?" I said, "My man. Why is he not fighting him?" I said, "I don't know." So what's going to happen now is, Inoue is going to fight Leonardo da Vinci in April or May, right? And then he's going to fight Andy Warhol. No, I'm joking. He's going to fight him in May, and then he's going to fight in Riyadh in December, right?
Mm-hmm.
In December, I believe His Excellency will make Inoue against Akhmadaliev for undisputed, because he's the only one to get him to do it.
How
many times have I called it out? How many times? But I get no support from fight fans. You're all fucking useless, you lot. You'll give me stick. This geezer's had 3 ducks against my man. He's fighting shit fights all the time. And this is such a brilliant fight. Like, it's not like my man's mandatory and it's like a shit fight, so you all moan about it. It's wild, the best fight in the division. Take him off the pound for pound list.
I'll have a quick.
He said, take him off the pound for pound list. All because of an MJ. I can't wait till he smoke him. I mean, we gonna be smoking Akhmadaliev that night. I'm trying to tell you something, or that morning, whenever it happened. Probably be in the morning, but we'd be up for it. Look, I like Eddie.
Akhmadaliev sounds like a good strand too, if we're being real about this shit.
You know what I'm saying? It do sound like something you can put in the damn swisher.
Put him in the swisher ASAP.
Riyadh in December, which I thought anyway was ducking. You get me? Get me, Dub? We just spoke about it, making that fight, and Turkey being TD was good with it, and Turkey making it. So that's what I'm saying. You missed me with the duck talk. It's good promoter talk though. Like, if you not informed, and then he lost me with the fans wake up. Like, what? Nah, bro. I woke up. I was sleeping on Monster a little bit. I'm fully woke, bro. That dude be smoking shit. End the story, bro. You could complain all you want, but to show that you is the most dominant man in and around your division, whether that's probably up or down, that says a lot. And when we asking for him to jump weight classes and fight other guys, that's saying a lot. So it ain't just he fighting shit guys. I just think he that much better than the guys that's there. That's all that is to me. I mean, what could you do? You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna take his time moving to 26, and I hope he don't leave for sure before smoking out Medaliev. Like, I don't care what else he do after that, but that's a fight. Yeah, I just want to see what I need to see. Like, you not beating that guy, bro. Like, Medaliev is gonna get smoked anyway. Gonna beat his ass. Eddie gonna be just talking. He ain't gonna have nothing to say. He said all of this. Man, I'm gonna play the tape when they fight, bro. I'm gonna have this on like playback. This right here, all this shit he was saying. He went in on Akhmadaliev, didn't he?
Well, the real reason,
let you go. Still no update in Kakashi.
The real reason they haven't fought is because MJ is signed to Eddie.
Right.
That's why.
In December,
right.
I believe
Shout out
His Excellency will make Inoue against Akhmadaliev for undisputed, because he's the only one to get him to do it. I can't. How many times have I called it out? How many times? But I get no support from fight fans. You're all fucking useless, you lot. You'll give me stick. This geezer's had 3 ducks against my man.
Did he just spaz on
fighting
us?
Shit fights all the time. And this is such a brilliant fight. But it's not like my man's mandatory and it's like a shit fight, so you all moan about it. It's the best fight in the division. Take him off.
I'll be enjoying this shit, y'all. This shit like comedy hour,
before
bro.
I let you go.
Eddie is funny
Still no
as
update
hell,
in
bro.
Kakashi Nunes. What's the
Nigga
situation?
Kakachi's ducking Nunes.
Is he gonna fight Leeward?
Yes, I believe so. I mean, that's up over for Queensbury. What the fuck?
Oh,
There's
shit.
another one. What is it? If you're not, you only get stick if you're an Eddie Hearn fighter or you're a big
I
name.
like Eddie.
But no,
Me
I tell you
too.
what,
I do.
Anthony Kakachi.
Got to.
Bro. He's hilarious. Gotta love him, bro. Man, shout out to him, man. He go in the back for his guy. But did he just spaz on us, little kid? He just called us useless?
A little bit. Yeah, he did.
He looked at the camera. He talking to us. The nerve of you, Edgar, to talk to us like that. You know what I'm saying? We support you. We can't wait to see Inoue smoke Akhmadaliev and put all that to bed.
Campaigning for the shit too.
Right, yeah, he campaigning for that nap. Cause he getting knocked out, not making it out of there with that guy. I just listen, I've seen him fight. He can fight, he's a good fighter or balanced fighter, but it just you gotta have something different about you, I think, to really beat Inoue, not just compete with him. Yeah, that's cool. You can fight and go some rounds. And just be another victim, but you talking about beating them, ducking them 3 times, man. He gonna put that out when they fight, man. That shit gonna be bad. It's gonna be
Eddie just trying to get a payday, man.
No doubt.
I ain't mad at him, but he gonna get what he want. It's funny though. Like, I wonder, like, he's saying this stuff. I wonder, is it just straight promoter talk, or do in the back of his mind, do he really feel like, Inoue is hesitant to fight him?
Hell no, he know damn well
he's scared. That boy. Nah, he jumped in there with my boy Cool Boy and made that shit look like crazy.
Yeah, he made that look like crazy. Like you said, he never thought that would happen.
And I think Cool Boy would have beat pretty much everybody outside of Monster at 22. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see Akhmadaliev beating Cool Boy. It just, again, just gotta have a little something special about you, and I don't feel like he has that.
Cool Boy did beat everybody else at 122. The only Akhmadaliev ducked Cool Boy.
Eddie doing his job, man. He trying to get himself started at payday, man. An opportunity, man, because that's what you try to give him. You try to promise him the opportunity. So he's trying his best to goad him into that fight, man, because you know that there's options for him anyway. He want to make sure his option is top priority. I ain't mad at him for that.
No, me neither.
A lot of fans interest towards seeing that fight too, but it's gonna all end with dirt now. Point blank.
My bad, y'all. I had a phone call. Pardon me.
Good, man.
What a number here you got with us, Terry. Yeah, Eddie know what's up, man. Eddie know. I think, and like I said, it's a little fuzzy now because it was a while ago, but I could have swore Ahmed Aliyev was comfortably just fighting mandatories and got until he ended up getting beat, something like that. I could have swore that's what he did, and then he lose to somebody that Inoue beat. Not to do the triangle theory thing, but I just don't see it, man. I see this separation between him and everybody else, and the class is just far different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dudes will be able to box a bit with him, but once you start to put hands on you, the shit change and they get different. So
yeah, I feel you, Justin. You absolutely correct. I think Boy Condom said it best, man. He said Eddie just trying to pull a number and try to get past the line, trying to skip the line because he developed a reputation where he's not getting.
No, L-Dub, you 100% right. I forgot about that. MJ lost his shit, and that's why they haven't fought. Damn. So you know why Eddie's leaving that out, right?
Yeah. That's his name. Marlon, wasn't it? Marlon Collins or something like that. That was his name. I appreciate you, Dub. I couldn't. My bad, y'all. I just couldn't remember.
And then didn't Monster smoke to Paulus?
Didn't he beat him? I thought he did. That's why I said, didn't he lose? Let me go pull it up. Let me see.
He smoked on Paulus because Paulus got his belt. Monster the real thing, man. People need to realize that shit.
Yeah, I just don't. I think it's just past hype, man. Like at this point, if you still calling him hype, you just might not like him, and that's okay too. I mean, I don't see for what reason, but you probably just don't like him at this point.
Yo, salute to everybody. Salute Just Do. Salute to the panel, man.
What's going on? Bro?
Yeah, salute.
What's up? What's up, man? Yeah, I was one of them naysayers too, but now I'm a believer, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there. I know my eyes aren't deceiving me. You know, this kid is I'm sorry, this young man's special.
He's the real thing.
It's rare that you see a guy that small who's packing that much of a punch. You know what I'm saying? And the smaller weight class division, they always, they really, it's not a lot. I'm not saying not a lot of competition, but there's not that many grown men that are that size. I mean, literally, so it's not a packed division like a junior middleweight or a welterweight, because those guys are moving up and down because they're outgrowing the weight classes. I mean, there's not many grown men that are 122 pounds. So when you're that special and that powerful and that explosive, you're gonna dominate for an extremely long time. I mean, you look at Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux still 40 something years old and still knocking people out because he's just that good. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, he knocked out Marlon Tapales in 10. Inoue did. And so that he did knock out. And I hate to do the triangle theory, but look, you lost to Samaya Ray that he beat, you damn sure not gonna beat him. That's just one of them things, man. And I just still need to see it. I want to see it though. So I hope Turkey do put that fight together. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn is damn near begging for his guy. BJ was good with it, fam.
Well, shit, if MJ really want to fight, Turkey don't need to put it on. Whatever Monster offer, that's what he should take.
Right. Go ahead and take that. Shout out to BJ. Yeah, you're right. Reign in peace, Queen. Yeah, you're right. Could made that because we all felt the way with the Cool Boy situation. We all was thinking like, yeah, this would be it, man. He went out there. I was like, God damn, man. Like,
you too. he mistreated him. He mistreated Stephen Fortune. That was he mistreated him, man. I said,
I got my guy bad too. It's like, damn. But shit, just look how he got the dude, what was it? TJ Doheny. He said something about his back. Bro, back went out. He got punched. His back went out in the ring, man. He's like, yeah, that's enough. Like, he just do people all kinds of wrong, bro. This guy, the most recent guy, just asked to be knocked out. He pointed to his chin and got slept seconds later, like right after that. You telling me
just
that
do. I'm gonna tell you something. What I know about a little guys like him who's packing up, he's punching way out of his weight class.
Yeah.
He really is. I mean, he could probably. It's literally probably welterweights he could probably beat. You know, I'm not saying maybe not the top tier, but like some of them guys that are on that lower level, he can probably get them out of there, man.
I wonder. That's why I say I hope we do at least get a chance to see him at 26. After that, I ain't asking for nothing else, but I wouldn't mind seeing him up there because I think he got 22 on Smash, but we'll see. Because I know he said, I read something and he was talking about, you know, taking his time, being comfortable where he at, and I just don't see him rushing it. But yeah, man, 22 is his, and he gonna be the king. Because I guess maybe Eddie Hearn change his tune once he beat his fighter up, because that's what's gonna happen. He gonna beat MJS, and that's just gonna be the end of that. That's what Eddie not mentioning too. Like, you just gonna act like they ain't fight your common opponent, and your guy lost to him. This was recent.
Facts.
He had to.
I think this is Monster's 4th division too. So if you're comfortable there for a minute, it is what it is.
You get what I'm saying? People don't even understand that. Like, they just don't consider anything. Like, he just one of them guys, some smaller guys that's really talented, and you just hope that he'd push it a little bit more. But I'm not gonna lose my mind if he don't. But like I said, 26 definitely seemed like something he could try out before he hang him up. We'll see, because I just don't see them guys doing nothing with him at 22. He said the hand wraps. I keep hearing people say that, but I don't know. It's tough.
You can stack your hand wraps the same way in Vegas as they do in Japan. It's not, people just heard that one little rumor about the shit and they run with it. Vegas, you stack your hand wraps too.
Right. It'd be, I just don't think it's that. I think Eddie mentioned
it's definitely not.
What else he was
wins the world title against Joe Cordina. What a performance. What a performance. Did punch him on the break, but, you know, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, right?
Yeah, he did catch Anthony.
He's never defended his world title.
I mean, Joe Cordina.
Catchy. It was a great fight, by the way. I really love what he's done. Like, against Nunes, he's one of the best fights. I mean, it's probably the best fight in the division, but one of the best fights in boxing. It's an absolute bloodbath. Imagine being IBF world champion, right, and having the opportunity to defend your world title in your hometown and move on into massive unification fights. But instead, you vacate your title and you fight Lee Wood for the IBO world title.
Right. Well, we need to go. Great fighter. We need to.
Right, I've said that. But straight, ducking, Sugar, Nunes.
I'm not going to back him up here, but I'm just saying you have a team around you and they make decisions on your behalf. You don't know for sure it's definitely Anthony Kakachi's decision.
Fucking grow a pair of balls. Well, you what? You're the fighter. You're the champion. The champion, the fighter at that level should be saying, no, I don't want to vacate my world title. I fought my whole life to become world champion. I want to unify the division. I want to fight all the other champions. I want to become undisputed. He can fight Sugar Nunes in Belfast, in his backyard.
Is that a fact?
Of course.
Let's make it happen then.
What do you tell him? But I called him out last time, and he bit because he knew deep down he should be fighting Nunes. Anto Kakachi's a real fighter. He knows he shouldn't be vacating that title. It's not on. But do me a favour. Stop fucking around and get on with it. Get on with it. Just give us the belt.
Couple of quick ones. You speaking to Marco Verde?
I have done. Not recently.
Do you think that there's a possibility he'll come to the matchroom? Obviously, you've just announced Amari Jones, Nishan.
Eddie Hearn is a funny guy, man. He went off on Inoue, though, man. But I think he just promoted his guy. That's all. There ain't no way you believe that man should be taken out the pound for pound because he ain't fight one guy that already lost to a guy that he stopped in 10. They get that out there. NJ's just gonna be another KO victim, I believe, when they fight.
Facts, bro.
Oh, he said
it's gonna be another name on the wall.
Crazy.
That's it. Another head on the mantle, dog. You know what I mean? Another trophy.
Yeah, man. With the monster talk, hell nah, he tripping. He tripping. Like again, like just imagine having, I don't know, a cousin or a brother that was Monster anyway. I was doing what he was doing. The last thing we'll be saying is like he ain't great. You wouldn't be trying to hear nobody trying to paint an image that the reason he's successful is because everybody's just not good. Just that much better. That's what I think than the smaller guys. And again, that's why we asking for the move up in weight class, but you got to consider how far you already came from. So everything else is just icing on the cake from this point on. You get what I'm saying? Like it's only so much he actually gonna move up. He 31? Got some more fights, I think, at 22 at least. What, about 2-3 at least? And maybe we'll see him make a move after that. But I don't think he should be out no pound for pound. That stuff is subjective anyway. But if it's anybody that deserves it, for a smaller guy that's obviously under the lightweights and the small guys, it's definitely him. He running shit down there, and it's not even close. And he a 2-division undisputed champion. Like, I ain't trying to hear that, bro. The little dude is that. That's all. He's sharp.
Who's crazy and hating? Supreme, somebody in the chat. Just hating.
Probably. Shout out to my guy Undercard Box. He said he's staying with Eddie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Take him off the pound for pound list is bizarre, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Because he didn't fight MJ Akhmadaliev? Because MJ didn't hold up his end of the bargain is crazy work, dude.
Better fighter? Shit. It's cool. I hate to like point it out, but just right off the top, like how many better fighters you gonna get down there than Kubel? And it's not just him beating him, it's how he made it look when he did so.
Easy work.
Just treated it like regular scheduled programming. That guy, I don't think people understand Kubel. He might have really changed his career a little bit with that type of loss. I'm trying to tell you now. He bounced back, got a win, and we're gonna see how he look against Figueroa in this rematch. I'm still rocking with my boy, but I think this one's gonna be tougher. I ain't gonna lie for some reason, but
a little tougher.
Man, he really is. I think he is. Anyway, beat 3 unified champions in 18 months. I just don't know what he beating the who's. Know what I'm saying? And there's always gonna be one or two that people gonna try to pull out the woodworks. Well, he didn't fight him. Well, I hope one of them he knock off. And I just think that's it. If you watching what you seeing, if you really paying attention to what you're looking at, you can see that it's really talented. That dude really talented, along with that punching power.
Facts, bro. Yo, I gotta run, man. I'm about to go on my lunch break. Thanks for having me, bro.
Shout out to you, bro.
Appreciate you. Peace.
Sure.
Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the JDT. All that good shit. Peace out.
You already know, bro. Yeah, man. He different. Eddie wouldn't put the biggest fights on for sure. He said he would put the biggest fights on. Look, I see it. Man, favorite fight. Right. Not in the morning. Yeah, shit. I mean, shit. Who wouldn't want to see him fight at the time that we normally catch fights? But I do think each time that I've gotten up and called the fight early in the morning, he's made it worth my time because he get in there and really do you in. And he don't play. Especially that Luis Neri fight. That was another good one where he just got spun around. He got dropped bad, and the way he got up and finished that fight and broke him down, just like beat the fight out of him. It's impressive.
Yeah, you're right. I don't see anybody on the horizon that's coming up that's going to be much of a challenge. Maybe I'm overlooking these guys, but he's been seen so dominant in his wins. And just looking at it, definitely passed the eye test. And now he got a lot of accolades too, so you can't take that from him. Like I say, he's getting these guys out of here. He's power punchers. But that's even like putting the chip.
I don't know who they said something Picasso or something, but he got some names that he could fight. I think Dub mentioned the names Picasso. He did mention Nick Ball, MJ. It's a couple of people. It's one name I think I might be missing, but You got some people you can fight. Again, I think that's a testament to how good he is when you just get to a point, not everybody, when people just start complaining about what you do instead of paying attention to how you doing it. You get what I'm saying? That's where the answers is at. People looking for names. What crazy names that you got that's 122 pounds? And then the one of the most notable, he made it look easy. So I don't know.
Yeah, just one of them divisions, you know. So you're not gonna have like a stop or like marquee names or name recognition because a lot of people don't pay attention to those lower weight classes anyway. So yeah, of course you're not gonna recognize a lot of these guys that he's fighting because it's not like a glamour division, you know. We're not gonna kid ourselves. It isn't a glamour division. But he's like I say, he's taking care of business where he's at. That's all you could do, man. Like I say, weight classes for a reason. He's dominating his weight class. It is what it is.
Right. Can't control nothing else like this. Just beat the guys that's in your weight class. And when you look at the best guys in his divisions, like you look at him, he's been beating these dudes and wiping them out, taking belts, becoming undisputed, moving up, becoming undisputed. I think that's what, you know, what greatness really is after a while, man. People just want to see more. Like, nah, man, it can't be that he's this good. It's just he ain't fighting nobody. Nah, fighting a lot of guys, and you just better than a lot of them. Damn near all of them.
You know, I can really see him pushing the envelope up to probably about 130. I don't know how much he rehydrates. I don't know if he rehydrates a lot, but just sometimes, even though a guy may be taller than you, maybe bigger than you, but if you have this speed advantage, man, it negates all that. Right. Like Manny Pacquiao, the prime example. You know, Floyd was the prime example. Just the speed and the quickness. You know, if a guy can't hit you, you know what I'm saying, it really doesn't. It takes away all his advantages. You know what I mean? No matter how big you are. I mean, look at Usyk. Usyk went up against a giant. You know what I'm saying? And you see how he been beating everybody. He's been beating has been much bigger than him and much stronger as far as punching power. But it's something about this speed kills, man. You know what I'm saying? As they say. And he's got that speed. He's got it in and out, and he's explosive, and he can punch. He's a puncher. He's punching out his weight class. So I can see him going up to, you know, having success at 130 with guys like the O'Shaquie Fosters and guys like that because they're tall, they're rangy, and he can hit those guys. You know, he can get under their punches.
That power come with him. He just fine.
Yeah,
because he can box well enough, and he's smart enough, high enough IQ. Hey, you can do it. Levon, what's good with it, fam? They took that approach with Tank. No one will say shit about him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just hard to dismiss a guy that's that accomplished, and we think it's just because it's nobody's fighting. I think you miss it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you seeing how, like I keep saying it, how people are getting beat. It's impressive. That dude sound like, you know, damn bat head. You wouldn't even be punching, bro.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And I guess the thing about him, he doesn't really have anybody that's really, I would say, holding his career. He really seems like he can fight whoever he wants to. Like he doesn't have somebody that say, "No, don't fight this guy. No, we gotta let it marinate, let it build up." You know, he's not having to, you know, deal with all those hurdles. You know, promotional companies, politics, or this company not wanting to work with this guy, and you know, all the stuff that we have to deal with over here. That's a lot of reasons why we're not getting the fights that we want. It's not that the guys don't want to fight each other. It's business reasons why we're not getting these fights. Just hold these fights up, you know, for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I like sometimes they marinate, and it's good. You can marinate a steak, but don't marinate a freaking piece of bologna. There's no reason to. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and fry that bologna up and cook it. You know what I mean? And eat it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful what you marinate.
Yeah, he said anyway, only fought 2 undefeated fighters. Undefeated don't necessarily equate to quality. All undefeated records ain't created the same. And I don't think it's how many undefeated fighters he fought. In power or not, that was one of the best fighters in the division and in boxing at the time too. He still is to me. You know what I mean? To prove otherwise, losing it anyway, no shame in that. You know what I mean? Losing should be a normal part of boxing. You know what I mean? A lot of times you see guys fight a bunch of undefeated guys. It's not because they fighting killers. They fighting a bunch of people that, with padded records that they expected to beat more times than not. If you just go look at it, do the research, and you will see exactly what I'm saying is the reality. So I'm not overly impressed with undefeated records as much as I am with a true quality fighter. You know what I'm saying? So some guys gonna take losses, but make no mistake, Cool Boy, that was about as quality as you gonna get. Like, I didn't have nobody else at 22 beating him outside of NUA. So good thing for him, he moved up, but I don't know, man.
Well, speaking of Cool Boy, I think he has a tough task ahead of him with his rematch against Figueroa.
Hell yeah. I think it's gonna be tougher than the first fight for some reason.
Yeah. And it seemed like to me, I like Cool Boy. Cool Boy, if he fights like he's a puncher, but he's not. But that's how he's fighting. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of time that gets him in trouble because his willingness to exchange with you, his willingness to bang it out with you, but he really doesn't have that type of game changing power where he can do that. So I don't know. We'll see.
He can mix it up a bit. I mean, he showed he could fight in the inside. I think that's how this fight gonna need to be fought this trip too in the rematch. Similar to the first one, how he was fighting him in the inside, short shots, sharp punches. Because Figueroa said he ain't leaving it to the judges this time, so he's trying to go for a stoppage. I know he a little brave because he done seen the monster fight, so you know how that go. Now everybody like, oh, you could be knocked out, okay? Figueroa is a dog, and he's strong at 26, man.
Yeah, he's a big kid, man. He's a big guy, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think Fig gonna stop Cool Boy.
I don't know. I hope.
Hey, what it do, fam? I hear some people saying that. I think he gonna have to work for that if he do, but he definitely going for a stoppage. He made that clear. But Cool Boy gonna make it I think a tough scrap again. And I think he's just a more clever fighter. He just got to prove that he got to allow, you know what I'm saying? It got to be an IQ kind of thing going on. If it's just a physical battle, that could be grueling for him. Get what I'm saying? I think that Carlos Castro fight was tougher than some people would have thought it was going to be. So, hopefully he's sharper for this fight because he's going to need it. His Figueroa is tough. Like I say, he looked like a stronger guy up there at 26.
Thanks. 100%. Yo, I want to get your take on this. Not to change gears or anything, but
it's all good.
What you think about Pacheco Nelson fight? What's your take on that,
man? That's a good win for Pacheco. He was very disciplined, poised, discipline, and patience, man. And he picked his shots well. I mean, he seen what he needed to see. He took what Nelson gave him, and then once that cut happened, because I believe Nelson was doing really good in them early rounds up until that cut. Then it kind of shifted a bit, and it stayed that way. So I think it's a really solid win for him. And he's a good young talent at 68, man. I want to see what's next. Like I'm telling you, I know that it ain't gonna happen next, but this is already something I was going to bring up anyway. People talking about him and Berlanga. I think that'd be a real good fight. I really do. It'd be interesting to see how that play out because Berlanga going to be coming to try to knock him out. And that should be interesting. I like it. I like Pacheco, though, man. Good win. Steve Nelson just couldn't get past that stick, man. Long-ass arms. The range, he couldn't find his range with no consistency on the night. Credit to Pacheco. Good defense all night too.
Yeah. To me, man. I mean, I seen the fight, and it looked like to me. This is my opinion. I could be totally wrong. It looked like to me, Steve Nelson just showed up to put a good showing on. Mm-hmm. It didn't seem like he came to win. Mm-hmm. Because he was doing, in my opinion, he was doing a lot of posturing, a lot of unnecessary movement. He was burning up a lot of energy, moving when no punches was even coming at him. Dude wasn't even throwing any punches. He just constantly bobbing and moving and moving. I said, you should be putting that energy into punches, man, instead of sitting out there posturing on the outside. Because first of all, you fight them at the wrong range anyway. You're standing way outside. So I'm like, you're posturing right now. And I think to me, he just came to just put on a decent showing. And I think I'm gonna fault Pacheco. I'll give him maybe a B minus because I think if he would have pushed the issue, I don't know if he was being a little hesitant or maybe that's just his temperament. If he would have pushed the issue, he probably could have got Steve out of there because he never really stepped on the gas and really started trying to apply pressure to Steve and and try to hit him with big shots and really put, you got a guy that's a little bit older, but you can tell that Steve hasn't started boxing late because it's not natural. He's having to think while he's in there. It's not flowing, if that makes sense.
Nah, I get what you're saying. For me, I definitely think he tried to win. I think, like I said, real early, he had success. I think he was winning some of the rounds for sure. And they had him up on the scorecards, but then that cut happened. And like you said, I think a lot, it was some posturing going on, but I thought a lot of that feinting and trying to level change was in the effort to try to close the gap and get in range, but he just couldn't get in no rhythm and he couldn't close the gap with no kind of consistency. I think that was a lot due to what Pacheco was doing too, man. But I think, like I said, that cut really changed some shit. He said he was seeing like orange out of it, like so he wasn't comfortable even shooting at, shooting from that side. You know what I mean? He said he couldn't see, so I hated that for him. And if you see the way he went about it, maybe from like round 10 on, pressing him like that, I think he should have, went to those tactics a bit sooner. Like maybe a round or so after that cut happened, he should have just went for it because it's like he was trying to box the taller, longer boxer that is poised, that know how to use his height and reach, right? You know how to keep him from hitting him. He showed a really good defense. I was impressed with his defense for me. Like he really didn't take a lot of shots. And maybe it was because of what Steve Nelson was or wasn't doing, but I do think he had an answer for that initial burst whenever Nelson would kind of get in close. He was getting out of there, you know what I'm saying? So he made it real hard to constantly get a beat on him. You know what I'm saying? And it was a really good composed fight for him. So then,
yeah, you're right.
That's fair.
Pacheco and David Benavidez, they're polar opposites because they're trained by the same trainer, but yet Benavidez is like this guy who's gonna come out there. His intention is to get you out of there. He's not trying to box you. He's trying to stop you. And he has that same demeanor no matter who he gets in the ring with. He wants to stop you. And you got Pacheco, like I say, to me, Pacheco was treating it like a sparring match. He was real laid back, real calm, just moving around, kind of methodical. Didn't really press the issue, didn't really show a lot of aggression. And then when Steve did try to step on the gas, then Pacheco would kind of step on the gas just to take the play away from him. But then he go back and fall back in that rhythm again, like almost like a sparring rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Like there really was no intent there. It was just based on just going to just beat him, you know what I'm saying, and not going to take too many risks. And it is what it is. To me, he didn't seem very motivated. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he felt a sense of danger in that fight, if that makes sense. Pacheco, he was just kind of going through the motions. And maybe that's why he looked like he did, because a lot of people were critical of his performance and he went through the motions.
I thought it was patience and him respecting the Steve Nelson as a fighter to a degree, right? But it's like he was making just the right moves for me, right? He wasn't doing more than he needed to. Maybe you could argue he could have, upped the punch output for sure, especially down the stretch where it looked like he was really getting to Nelson. Yeah, definitely. But that's how I seen it. I was looking at his eyes and he was like focused, you know what I'm saying? And really making it hard for Nelson to get in there clean. Like that was his whole problem. He couldn't deal with somebody that was tall and long like that knew how to fight tall. And that to me was impressive, making him just a hard target, being a tall guy, but it not being to your detriment. You get what I'm saying? He used it to his advantage instead of letting it hinder him. I thought that was smart. Young fighter, right? It's just I think he fought with a lot of patience, and I don't know. Like, he could have upped it a little bit. I think he was being a little safe too, cautious to a degree.
Yeah, I think overly cautious because Steve Nelson, he doesn't have the fastest hands. I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, I would have liked to see him. I think Andrade beats Pacheco, and maybe I could be biased because that's one of my guys, whatever. But I think, especially if that Pacheco shows up against Andrade, I got Andrade winning 8 times out of 10. Against that Pacheco, because if he's not motivated, he comes in fighting like that is Andrade, he probably gonna get slept because Andrade gonna creep one of them long, crazy looping left hands in. He gonna catch that kid on his chin, man, and he's gonna go down, bro. And I think Eddie Hearn don't want no part of that smoke because the experience level, the craftiness, and the people may think I'm crazy because they hate Andrade, but I see Andrade beat Pacheco. I put money on him all day, every day.
Interesting, man. Nah, I like my guy. I like Andre, man. That's my guy too. I don't know. I just felt like David was too damn big in that fight. But if you ain't out, if he ain't got he seemed like he came in heavy for that particular fight. But all depend on how he come in for me. But I like his skill set against a guy like Pacheco though. My thing is his best days behind him, and that's what I hope is not the case.
Yeah, well, I still want to see him get in the mix. Even if you are a young guy, young champion, okay. Let's say Demetrius is past his prime, but the best days behind him. It'd be a perfect opportunity to get him. It's a great name to get on your resume. That'd be the best name on any of these guys' resume outside of Canelo. Or maybe like a Plant or something like that. I mean, you fighting an upper echelon guy. You know what I'm saying? The guy's got one loss, and the only loss was to David Benavidez. You know what I mean? That's not nothing wrong with getting beat by David Benavidez. It's kind of like you get a pass. He's been beating everybody. And if he goes like he,
bad thing losing to David.
And if he goes out there and does the same thing or worse to David Morrell, then how does that freaking loss look now? If he goes out there and freaking flatlines or steamroll David Morrell, then man, that's gonna even solidify David even more. Yeah, hey, this dude is the real deal.
He'd do that. That'd be super impressive if he steamrolled Morrell. I ain't taking that from neither guy. Win, lose, or draw in that fight. Whatever happened, giving the winner the credit and the loser, salute to you for taking the fight, man. But yeah, man, he able to steamroll a guy like Morrell. I think that'd be impressive. Experience or not, whether he got the experience over him or not. You know what I'm saying? Some say David got the experience. They say, Benavidez got the experience. Morrell got the pedigree. So let's see which one went out.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that fight, man, because I keep going back and forth in my head who I think is going to win the fight, man. And that means it's going to be a good fight if you can't really pick a winner. You kind of going back and forth or wavering. So I'm looking forward to that fight, man. I mean, I think that fight has all the trappings of a classic. If both guys are going to fight how they've been talking,
Right. I'm glad it's their fight week. Shout out to them, man. I like both fighters. You know what I'm saying? It's really going. I think it could potentially be like a fight of the year type thing if it live up to his expectation, man, and what we think it could do. And speaking of Pacheco, and Berlanga, yeah, like I said, Berlanga had listed and tagged 6 fighters that he talked about wanting to fight. Edgar tagged Jaime Munguia, future of boxing, that's Maul Charlo. He tagged Sweet Hands, Hamza Shiraz, Canelo. Again, and of course, right? How could you have a list without Canelo on it? But then he had Pacheco. You know what I'm saying? At the bottom, I see Pacheco. I said, hey, I like this. I mean, lists are just entertainment at this point because, in order for all of them fights to come to fruition that way, like you got to have a lot on your side, and that's politics and different things like that. So, I don't think he gets no Canelo rematch because I don't think his performance warranted that unless he put together some wins and I don't know, reposition himself again or something like that. But not throwing some of them names out there, I don't know. But the Pacheco one is great. Hamza Shiraz, that's a real challenge. I think Caleb Plant is a real challenge. Hey, look, man, Jamal Charlo, once he get back in the mix, seen him back in the gym. Jaime Munguia smoke. I like all them fights for him. I ain't gonna lie. Win, lose, or draw. If he fought at least 3 people on this list. I give this dude a lot of credit. That's a lot of respect right there, Edgar Berlanga. You could run through that. You will never be Canelo, respectfully. That just won't happen. But the rest of those guys, it'd be interesting to see you fight.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Canelo fight. Yeah, he could have, in my opinion, he could have did a little bit more. Edgar, man, maybe the moment was just too big for him. But like I say, maybe he got in there and figured he maybe was in over his head or something. Just wanted to make a good showing, you know. But like when he let his hands go, he did okay. You know, he just wasn't throwing enough punches. You know, he kind of showed Canelo too much respect. But I guess after getting floored by a left hook, you know, one shot, I guess that would get your respect.
Yeah, he fell into the taming process. He fell victim to the taming process that I call it with Canelo. Like he'll land some shots, some big shots, and like you say, he'll knock you down. He don't really knock people out as of late, but he'll knock you down. He knock Jaime down, then knock him out. Knock Berlanga down, then knock him out. He's been knocking dudes down, but not out lately. You know, I think he knocked John Ryder down too. I believe did knock him out. So
yeah, he dropping these guys.
Yeah, operating. Just ain't been knocking guys out. But it's like he tamed you, like right. He'll land those big shots, and now you have your little hesitant to throw. And then once that's the case, it kind of just do enough and win the rounds. Just keep putting rounds in the bank.
Yeah, he just kind of throw it in cruise control until you get out of pocket again, and then he'll get you again. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, bro, I ain't gotta knock everybody out. Like I'm gonna just beat him, and that he's just cool doing that.
Yeah, because like I said, he got to realize he is in there with bigger guys. You know, he don't want to get into any crazy exchange and get hit with something crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then now you on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Or Stokes.
Yeah,
Berlanga going on world tours from a lot. You know, R. Stokes, he's celebrating not getting knocked out, bro. You know what I mean?
Man, that's diabolical, man. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life.
That was the only thing he could say, man. That was the only thing he could go for. Like, bro, at least I ain't get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? He beat me, but he knocked me out.
And that's crazy. Because a lot of guys can say that, and nobody ever celebrated not getting knocked out, man. I ain't never.
I was wondering what he was putting in the chat. JVT presents crash out the chat car. Main event, Big Supreme versus Boxing Dollars. Y'all crazy. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. We just popped up early today, man. Greg. Oh yeah, crazy. Levon was good with it. I mean, people thought Berlanga would go 12 with Canelo. Berlanga stock went up. I didn't necessarily wasn't sold on Canelo knocking him out because he ain't knocked nobody I think since Caleb. And that went late, and he timed Caleb perfectly and got the shot in there. I think Caleb Plant was tired. He made an adjustment, got him out of there. But since then, it's just been like, some knockdowns. And I'm not knocking that, but it's just I don't see, he already was economical with his punches, but it was once upon a time he used to throw a little bit more. He used to be a bit more active, and he just ain't quite that. Like I said, you get through that first storm, whether it's a knockdown or so, he just gonna box you the rest of the fight. That's what it looks like. He don't go out of his way trying to get knockouts and none of that. So to me, once he figure you can't beat him, like Coach said, cruise control from there, bro. It's cruise control, and he comfortable with it. He a vet. He gonna make his money. Hey, he gets you out of there. It's a plus, but I don't think he really try to really go for it. The stock didn't go up if no one's talking about you. Yeah, I don't think his stock it did nothing bad. I mean, did it go up? I don't know. But I don't think it went down either. You know what I'm saying? I think he survived Canelo. And most people thought he was going to lose too. So probably in the minds of some people, they was impressed because he didn't get stopped.
Yo, to me, man, it was just, I don't know. Maybe I'm indifferent, but this dude's like 200 pounds, man. Like,
I'm about to say that. This is just what I'm about to say. He was big, man, heavy. So I wasn't surprised that he didn't get stopped. And I don't think Berlanga is trash, how people be saying either. You know what I'm saying? He showed he was boxing in some spots, right? He had some little moments here or there, just nowhere near enough. But I mean, he in there with damn near a 75 vet. So shit, you know what I mean? Way too much experience gap there. So And Canelo knew that, which is why he took the fight. Let's not ever forget that. You know what I mean? He's smart at picking the fights that he can win.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's very good at that, and that he can sell. Oh, he picked a guy with an undefeated record, got a lot of knockouts, but never fought nowhere near that level, right? Or on that stage. And you can sell it as, I don't know, Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Remember that angle? So you get me? Like he's a businessman at this point. And it's clear that if you never knew that about him, you had to figure that out by the last fight. You had to get that. So
absolutely, 100%. I would like to see Canelo just get rid of the belts, man. There's really no point in him even having them no more. I mean, he's already, everybody considered him the man at 168. Turn the belts loose. That way, that would open that division wide up, man, and let those guys fight for those belts, man.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy to kind of like gatekeep the belts, and then you hold on to them, and then you don't give the people that deserve the shot while picking who you want to fight. That's what makes me frustrated about it. Like if you just let them go and then let people fight for them because you gonna fight who you want to fight anyway, then it wouldn't be as bad. But to hold on to them, hold them hostage, and turn down the right people, and then handpick. I hate that because he got like the best active resume. You know what I'm saying? Canelo got a deep resume. He's been around since he was 15. He's still top talent in boxing, whether you like him or not. But he's just a businessman. He at that stage of his career where it's about the business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
It is.
And he's like you say, he's gatekeeping. And like I say, I like Terence Crawford. Shout out to him, but he doesn't deserve a shot at the belts. He doesn't. He's not even a super middleweight. I mean, think about all the guys who've been there for years, putting in work, trying to climb that ranking system, just to have some guy come from 147 and leapfrog 2 divisions and go straight to the top. But like I said, it's a money thing. Terence Crawford doesn't deserve the shot.
I mean, I'll say like if as far as the belt situation, yeah, there's more deserving people, but you know, Canelo's situation just different. Like he gonna pick who he want to fight, and shit. I look at the Charlo situation. I mean, the Crawford situation, similar, not exactly the same, but similar. I know Charlo was obviously a career 54-pounder, but that's how I look at it. You just took a 54-pounder and that jumped up to your weight class and fought him. So, hey, man, why not give Crawford a shot? You're not going to give BENAVIDEZ a shot never, ever in life. So you get me? At this point, we just got to kind of, if it's going to be a guy that wants to fight Canelo getting a shot, I'm cool with it. If it's a Terence Crawford, I'm cool with it. At least he going to try. That's what I see. And I ain't even saying Charlo didn't, but I feel like he gonna go in there and try to beat the dude. So I ain't mad at it.
You know, even with the Pacheco fight, I don't know why anybody isn't really calling for the William Skull match. At least that would kind of position you. Hey, if you go there and fight William Skull and able to capture that belt, you'll have another puzzle piece. And Canelo might just wake up one morning and be like, I want to be undisputed again. Let me fight this guy who has the belt. And there you go. You in the slot. You know what I'm saying?
Erickson Lubin versus Andrell Holmes, IBF 154 final eliminator. Shout out to Pro Box. That's good. I like their platform. I really do.
Yo, you watch Pro Box, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you think about that kid Lopez, Tito Lopez?
I like Lopez. Najee Lopez.
Yeah, Najee. Yeah, we call him Tito.
Tito. I know what you're talking about. I'm just making
sure. Yeah, Najee. Yeah.
For sure. Now I like him, man. Young, good talent. That was a vet that been around a little bit that he fought, that Lennon Castillo guy. So yeah, so that I like him. I've been watching him for a little while now. Been fighting on Pro Box, getting better, getting on wins. He's just an improving fighter. So I like him. For sure.
I know that kid since he was like 9, man. He been fighting because he's from Georgia, you know what I'm saying? I know his pops, man. And, I've been knowing both of those boys for a long time. Just to see him on that platform, you know, doing his thing, man. He's gonna be a contender. I think he's gonna make some noise at 175, man. Because he's fast, he's quick, he's a big guy, got a long range, so it's gonna be interesting.
Right. Man. He say, now you stupid big Supreme fool. I heard he's fighting Skull and May. Who you talking about? Canelo. It wouldn't surprise me if he doubled back to get that belt. You know what I'm saying? Just to call himself undisputed again. That dude is just a bag chaser, man. That's what he like. Yo, look, hey, I see my resume. My work speak for itself. I do what I want. That's how he talk. And they back it. The people, they back it. But, you know, while we talking about Canelo, we're going to keep talking because we're gonna build for a second. Something else I had to bring up in terms of Canelo. I was watching this show. Watching this show with Showbiz the Adult, had Dan Rayfield and Chael Sonnen on there. And, you know, Chael Sonnen is a known drug cheat, right? He's a known drug cheat. Like, people know he admits to it. Like, he openly admits to it. But he had gave his take on Canelo. His thoughts about Canelo as well, man. You know, ever since that clenbuterol situation, people have pretty much looked at him a certain way ever since. My thing is, when I see a guy having issues with like knees, wrists, elbows, and wearing knee braces and all this different stuff, appearing to be fatigued like in fights, and of course, you know, it's a boxing match. You ain't Superman, but then all of a sudden you go from that to no more issues. You standing up in between the rounds. I ain't gonna put nothing on you, but I'll just start looking at that situation. Like, I hate when they start using little cold words like he revisited the fountain of youth and shit like that. I start like, all right, bro, because like this boxing, like this shit for real. Like, you're not about to play with my intelligence and just tell me that, you know, dudes is out here just revisiting fountains of youth. Like, what's that even mean? Like, what are you trying to tell me? Like, do he got a secret so he knows some shit that nobody else knows? What you telling me for this one fight? So all of a sudden, you had multiple fights in a row where you appeared to get fatigued. You sat down comfortably in between rounds. Like, I seen you, I think he had a knee brace on before. Definitely had one on. He had some shit with his elbows going on, all this stuff, and then all that shit just vanished on the night. And now you revisited the fountain of youth and you looking like a brand new fighter. I hate that type of stuff. I hate those cold words. Like, just say he looking good. Say he had a hell of a training camp. That's all. I'm not going to put the jacket on him, but I'm going to start looking at it with the eyebrow raised when you start trying to sell me that he's a much younger and better fighter. Because we all know as you continue to get older, like that's a rarity. Like, that's not really the case. Like, skills diminish, you get older, you lose a bit, just like anybody else. Anybody, you name them. Like, it's no fighter in the history. Like, you name them, as they got older, they losing something. Even if you feel like you're gaining something at the same time, you still not quite the same guy. So you don't just, what I'm saying is, you just don't just start getting better and better and better. Like, you know, nah, standard 70 fights in is what I'm saying. So that's just, it just sounds crazy to me. Davis should get the winner of Canelo versus Crawford. To be honest, man, Davis should have been got the fight with Canelo, but he'll never get it. But let's hear some of this, man. Chael Sonnen had an interesting take on Canelo.
Impact is really important as well.
And we just have a different definition of what fighter of the year means. That's all.
Okay, I guess it all depends. It's so subjective, but I would think someone who encompasses all of that, right? Who has the resume, who has the boxing ability or show those things, maybe some viral moments now that we're in the social media, vertical that we're in right now. And then there's impact, right? And Chael, he definitely was leaning heavy on impact when he brought up Jake Paul. And I got a Jake Paulish kind of guy who encompasses everything else.
Real quick, yeah, man. Look, Larry's is in his 40s, still fighting very well. But you could easily look at him and see that he's not the same exact fighter that he was once ago. Now, it seemed like because of the legs not being near the same way, that he sits down on the punches, so it makes him a bit dangerous. So, right? So he's kind of aged like wine to a degree, but still in all, when you watch him, you clearly able to see that the guy you're watching now and the guy that fought Canelo Alvarez is not in the ring. You get what I'm saying? No more. He's still a damn good fighter because, he's been able to kind of adjust with the age, right? But he still, don't make no mistake, I don't feel like he's a better fighter than what he was before. You know what I'm saying? He's just a more experienced fighter, obviously, and he's been able to adjust and have success because of it. But let him get in there, and you fighting in a division that ain't been the craziest either. So you kind of look at the wins too. Put him in there with the absolute top tier, and then come talk to me. You'll really see that he's 40-something years old. But that's not the take from him. What he's doing is still phenomenal, but he's definitely not the same fighter.
Who I think will be fighter of the year. He's my pick for fighter of the year for 2025, and that's Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia has.
I knew you were going to say that.
You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm coming from? You feel what I'm coming from?
I love it.
Ryan Garcia has that.
I've been brought here
with a no contest.
I've been brought here to be the voice of reason.
No. Hear me out, Dan. Hear me out. Listen, you got a guy who has the impact. He has the Jake Paul captain.
But see, to me, that's not a criteria.
But wait, wait a second. But did you see what His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh has lined up? And if he wins, you can't listen. You're talking about Pitbull Cruz next. After that, Devin Haney, and then if he wins, he gets to fight the winner between Teofimo Lopez and Boots. If he comes out of that, you can't tell me, on top of his impact and what he did with Devin Haney. Look, I know it was a no contest, but that was probably upset of the year. Okay, because look, nobody expected. He was 11-1 underdog. Nobody expected him to do what he did with
so
Devin
excited.
Haney. Listen, I think
Chael got excited because he pushing a guy that just pop hot. Chael like, yeah, let's champion Ryan.
100%. First of all, it definitely was not the upset of the year. Not even close, because you're forgetting about Bruno Sarase, who iced Jaime Munguia as like a 50-1 underdog. But the point about being all that stuff about Turkey and that plan, that's not done yet. That's not all set.
Listen,
that's talk right now. That's talk.
I understand. Saras Munguia, that is upset of the year. But what I'm saying is the stage, though. How many people watch the upset of Munguia? Everybody knows about what happened with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. And Devin Haney completely crashed out after all that. Come on, man. The impact was huge. I'm just saying you can make an argument for Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, that being upset.
Listen, the guy that's going to be the fighter of the year is Terrence Crawford if he beats Canelo Alvarez.
Tell him.
And then perhaps even takes a second fight. He's going to be moving up 2 different weight classes to take him on. A bona fide first ballot Hall of Famer, a guy that everybody has along with Crawford in, say, like the top 5 pound for pound, a guy that's been a champion in multiple of divisions. Terrence Crawford starting his career as a lightweight, now challenging for a unified championship, assuming the deals all get done. 30 plus pounds heavier. If he fights Terrence Crawford fights Canelo and wins, and then maybe even I don't know if it will happen, but if he fought a second fight too, that's your fighter of the year most likely if he wins the fight clean.
Can get that fight done? Do you believe we will get Canelo and Terrence into the ring together in 2025? Yeah. That's awesome.
The reason I'm pretty sure that's going to happen is because if you look at the landscape, Terrence Crawford. First of all, Terrence has been all over that fight for a long time. He definitely wants it. There are good opponents that he can fight in 154 pounds, where he won a title this past August. But nowhere near as big of a mainstream or financial rewarding type of fight or legacy kind of fight as a Canelo fight. So I'm not worried about the Crawford side getting the deal done. It's going to be about Canelo if he can come to an agreement, which they're working on with Turkey. Now, here's the thing. If you look at his weight class, 168 pounds, yeah, there's good guys he could fight, but it's nobody that's a mainstream crossover, leading sports center type of fight. Good opponents, yes, and the other opponents that a lot of folks would want to see, like against a David Benavidez, for example, is now fighting in the light heavyweight division and wouldn't even be ready for a fight in the time frame they're talking, which is like, September for the Crawford fight, but Canelo potentially could fight even before that. Morrell and Benavidez are fighting on February 1st. He's not going to light heavyweight to fight those guys. Point is, he wants the biggest fight possible, and that's the biggest fight possible. Terrence Crawford against Canelo Alvarez, I think you guys would agree with this. Biggest fight in North American boxing. Biggest fight in boxing, except in the UK and Europe, maybe Fury versus Wilder, Fury versus Joshua still. But Canelo Crawford is a mainstream mega fight. Sure. So you want impact. That's your impact. And then if he wins, which a lot of people will give him a great chance because he's such a great fighter, that would be your fighter of the year.
Chael, here's the problem. Yep. Would you give Canelo Alvarez credit for beating Terrence Crawford?
That's the problem, right? It's a one-way street. I would give Terrence a ton of credit for beating Canelo, but no, not the other way around. Canelo's got a hard time even calling for the fight. You think Canelo like getting called out by the smaller guy and turning down a big money fight? He hates that, but you can't call out the littler guy. You can't tell a dude, come up here and spot me 30 pounds. By the way, I failed drug tests and you've never failed drug tests. I mean, you know how much different it is? You get a juiced up Canelo versus little skinny Terrence Crawford, who's main.
Are we gonna relitigate Canelo Alvarez's drug test?
I'm a drug user. I cheated sport plenty of times. I cheated those same commissions. This is not to relitigate. We know our own. I'm a cheater. I know a cheater when I see one. Do not, please, Dan. Don't. Tell
I
me
know this is all about.
Alvarez had tainted horse meat, or he has testosterone shot into his ass. It's
I know that y'all want you want the clicks and we want the viral moment. I have done extensive reporting about Canelo Alvarez's failed drug test, his hair follicle testing, his trail of receipts and where the meat came from, and how if you gave him the exact same test today and the same levels were returned, it wouldn't even be flagged because WADA changed the level for obvious reasons because clenbuterol is such a legitimate issue. So, I mean, I could school you all day long on this if you want.
No, that's not. But where do you stand? You don't think Canelo put a needle in his ass?
No.
Listen, okay, just for fun, just for me on a personal level, when Juan Marquez Jr. fought Pacquiao for the 4th time, not only knocked him out, but knocked him out of the ring. You are not under the impression that Manuel Marquez Jr. was not juiced to a highly illegal level, are you?
My impression on that fight would be that, yes, it was highly questionable about whether he was on something or not. That said,
you're reasonable.
You're reasonable. I'm not going to make the accusation without knowing, but I hear what you're saying. With Canelo's situation, though, it's just based on my extensive reporting on that specific incident, I believe very strongly that whatever the return test that came back positive was an accidental usage of that substance because of the meat situation in Mexico. Shoot me if you want, but that's my belief.
Dan, no. I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand, Dan, the man. Listen, I do believe for so many reasons that it was tainted meat. I think where Chael is coming from is perception, right? I mean, that's what
real quick, before they keep going, I'll say this in terms of the tainted meat. The comments and things that I've heard feedback about the tainted meat is that, like, in order for you to have that kind of meat from Mexico that would be deemed tainted, or just that level of it is like you would have to be what would they say, broke, poor, like, Now I don't, this pause-free environment, man. I don't think like that, bro. So again, the tainted meat situation, they said it just was a little far-fetched because this is a guy that's a multi-millionaire, you know what I mean, so many times over. And like, what's the chances you really think he's sitting around eating the very low end of meat? And I mean, you can speculate all you want. I don't know. I mean, he's trying to say horse meat tainted tacos. I don't know what it was, but it just some shit just be sounding suspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, same thing with Tyson Fury and the boar nuts and all the, like, these dudes, like, somebody says they put medication on their dog and test dirty, test hot. Like, it'd be so many stories. I'm not saying none of these people are lying, but you're not going to, you're not going to make me feel crazy about just being a little skeptical. That's all. Like, what kind of meat are you eating exactly, bro?
Yo, I got to hop off, brother. Thanks for having me up. Salute, brother.
Shout out to you, Coach. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody. Y'all smash the like button. We're going to keep rocking for a second. They all lie.
Hello, get credit for beating Terrence Crawford. It's about the perception of the people, and the perception becomes reality.
I understand
and there's a group of people. There's a lot of people who sees Canelo Alvarez as Canelo Alvarez the cheat, and then when you have him giving up so much weight, and then you have the age difference. Terrence Bud Crawford by September, which they're saying they're finalizing the fight for September. By September, he'll be 38 damn years old, bro. So there's a lot of things that he's given up where. When you're talking about, it's all a go on Crawford's side, of course, but on Canelo's side,
the point was this:
take the risk to not get credit. right?
The original
You're paying him
point
to
was
go through a training camp to fight a guy that he feels he won't get credit for beating.
The original point was that if it was Crawford,
and I don't care much about him. I don't buy the excuse about him caring about not getting credit for beating up a smaller guy. You beat up Charlo. You pulled Amir Khan up. You sent him to the shadow realm. Like, you beat up smaller guys in your career. You know what I mean? You were the same guy that says you wouldn't fight David Benavidez because you don't want to fight Mexicans. Then you proceeded to pull Jaime McGee in the ring, drop him, and beat him up in front of everybody too. So shout out to Canelo. At the end of the day, he just feel like he put in enough work where nobody should be asking him to fight anybody. Because every time we asked him to fight somebody, he beat him, and we always find somebody else. So he got his take and his way that he views things, and that's just what he gonna do. So again, if it's Terrence Crawford getting a shot, I ain't tripping. At least it's gonna be somebody that actually want to beat him.
Crawford that wins the fight, I would view him as the fighter of the year. I didn't say that if Canelo was the winner, that I'd view him as the fighter of the year.
I know that.
So that's two different things.
Canelo don't care about.
But it's still fun to argue with you guys.
Yeah, no, you don't. You don't. That neither though.
Well, I love the whole thing, and I really like what Dan's saying because he's a purist and he's hanging on to the purity of the sport. I do have one thing with boxing. One thing that I don't think boxing gives enough credit to is the Olympic Games. If you were to ask me how you do anything in sport, be an MVP of a Super Bowl, be in the Super Bowl, get signed to be eligible to be in the Super Bowl, I could answer you very clearly, but boxing has no competitive architecture. So you don't have a straight line bracket. And the only thing that boxing has to truly show you who the best is. And by the way, that's an observation of me, but those are the exact words of Layla Ali, who said, if I have one regret in my career, I didn't go to the Olympics because that's the only thing that we have to figure out who actually is the best. So when we're talking about who the fighter of the year is, we're not bringing up any Olympians or anybody else that's willing to go in and actually put their name on a bracket, have less than politics that get you through. Talk about money and everything else. I don't know. I got a question, Dan. How true are you really to the sport? If you're not recognized in the Olympics, you're recognized somebody that's done 1 or 2 fights in a year.
Chael, the fighter of the year is about professional boxing. Should I recognize the college baseball player of the year when I'm giving out the MVP? That's a false argument. The top amateurs get their awards. The Olympic boxing industry or movement or community, neighborhood, whatever you want to call it, they have their business. And when those fighters decide to come to the pros, they come to the pros. The notion that you'd give a guy from the amateurs and put him on the same level as Gabriela Fondora or Alexander Usyk, to me, it just is you're just looking to argue with me for no reason.
The problem is,
if you're beating 4 people in 1 week as opposed to 1 person in 12 months, I just think that it should be recognized. I think it's an honorable thing to do.
You can recognize them without giving them a fight.
Yeah, well, they went off of what I was talking about, so that's that. Shout out to them boys, cool little panel that they had going on. I just thought that was an interesting take from Chael Sonnen. Not to say that Canelo is juicing, but I do like the different takes, the different sides that they stood on. Like, Chael is just simply coming from a guy that used to cheat, and he like, we know our own. I know a cheater when I see one. He, because I used to be one. He took that approach, and it's tough to argue that, right? But at the same token, Dan Rayfield did say some things that made a lot of sense in terms of why he could have tested positive and even talked about the reason why they would have raised the limits, right? Because of how often clenbuterol is an issue, you know what I'm saying? So, but you can't blame nobody that's from the outside looking in and treating it like it's iffy. You get what I'm saying? Like, to hear that, right? Like, after somebody tests for clenbuterol, then you think the proper thing, okay, let's raise the levels of it. You get what I'm saying? That just look like you. For the people that's not in the know, they're gonna feel like you obviously trying to make sure that this guy has a advantage, a certain level that he'll have in his system where he could cheat. So it's tough. It's a tough situation. It's a slippery slope. But over here we don't put no jackets on no fighters, man. We just call it how we see it, man. He said Victor Alvarez. Victor Alvarez is crazy. Y'all crazy. But yeah, man, I thought that was a good conversation from them, man. Canelo, that's why what I'm hearing is he is going to end up fighting Crawford, and that's just what it's going to be. And listen, I ain't against that fight at all. I'm not against seeing it. That's what they going to give it. Give it here. Let us see it, man. WBC raised the level. Yeah, he said it. He said that the reason they raised the level was because how often of an issue that clenbuterol was. Like, basically, this is a regular occurrence, and it sounded like contamination. That's what it sounded like. Just, you know, some contamination of some sort, and they leaving room for that possibility. That's what it seemed like. It's hard to get everybody on the same accord. Everybody's not ever going to agree on that, but I think that's just what it is, right? Adrian, what it do, fam? Snack versus clenbuterol bowl. Y'all terrible, y'all. No snack ass at all. Who are we to judge? Okay, you a fool, bro. Young Pap in the building. What's good, fam? Shout out to Adrian. What's good, Brody? How you feeling? Shout out to everybody. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button for the early build, man. For the early morning, now into the afternoon grind, man. Let's keep going. I got a couple more things I'm gonna build on before we get up out of here. In other news, Lamont Roach is training his off, you know, putting in that work. Didn't I get the video of Lamont Roach working? Working, y'all.
Hey, coach.
I told you it's ass whooping day. I'm getting this bitch if you ain't ready. Even if you are ready, you might not be ready for me. Tampa, y'all. Hey, come to the gym. Real shit, that shit probably like 50 minutes. Yeah, for sure.
Lamont look like Lamont out there whooping on shit, man. That's good that both guys is locked in. I see Tank just popped on live for 2 seconds. And Kellen sparring partners just seeing that. Yeah, sure. I like it. I just like that they putting in the work. You got a fight coming, whether you love it or hate it. A fight is on the way. I like to see that not just one, but both guys is locked in. Ain't nobody sleeping on nobody. I think they're gonna go out there and do what they do, man. You know, my coach Calvin voice. They're gonna do what they do. And then lastly is David Benavidez and David Morrell fight week, man. And listen, this is gonna be one to watch, man. I hope it live up to his bill, and I don't want to see nobody get steamrolled. I really want to see a fight of the year type candidate. I hope that's what we get out of this fight. Canelo can do what he wants. That's what it seemed like, you know what I mean, when they raised them levels.
All right, champ. All right, man. Take it easy. Good to see you. Hey, fuck BENAVIDEZ.
So y'all know what BENAVIDEZ is on. He been on that energy. That was an old clip. Shout out to my guy Tay Jones. I just thought that was funny. I seen that on Twitter. BENAVIDEZ out here putting in that work, y'all. He ready to make it do what it do. Morrell said he ready. They both look like they in great shape, man. I seen some recent pictures of both fighters, man. They both look ready. They both look ready to go. Yeah, man. I hope you are too, bro. I hope you are. Shout out to my guy, Ann McQueen. When you don't underestimate your opponent, makes the fight better. Absolutely. And I think regardless of what David Morrell has said, like he you know, he's definitely he understands that BENAVIDEZ is a challenge, bro. Like he gonna settle the fight, he gonna talk his shit, but he knows this is gonna be this toughest fight. He said it already. He said it's gonna be a tough fight. And he know it is. He know it's only right for him to keep it real with himself, because it's definitely gonna be a tough fight. I see you say yeah, this Saturday. Yep. Oh, and that's February 1st. For March 1st being that I just showed y'all Lamont Roach putting in some work. Man, I got to play the raffle for y'all to get an opportunity to win a Tank versus Lamont Roach ticket to the fight.
Away a single ticket to the Tank Davis Lamont Roach Championship fight on March 1st. The drawing will be held on February 21st Entries are $10 each or 3 for $25. Enter via Cash App, JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1 with RF1 on the comment line. A great prize brought to you by the JBT.
So shout out to the JBT family. Anybody that's thinking about going to that Tank Davis fight, man, you could win you a ticket for $10. You know it. And you can't beat it, man. So I know some people are going to be in the building. It's going to probably be their first time being able to watch Tank, and he's going to go out there and do his thing. Me equals we at New Orleans. So shout out to my brother Skills. What's good, bro? Clarissa fight Sunday too. Shout out to the group. She is back. She fighting what's her name? Danielle Perkins. I'm rocking with the group, man. I hope she go out there and stomp a mud hole. You know what I mean? Crawford got the WBO interim and WBO titles. That bud can do what he wants. And hell nah. You know, if it's one person that can't do what he wants, it's Bud. But that's all the politics game. As far as when you speak about the WBO with title Big Supreme, I think he got a good relationship with them. I think they came out and spoke. And whenever that's the case, like you see how long he fought for their title, defended their title, had their title in multiple divisions. Like, I think he got a good relationship with them as an organization, and that might give him the leg up that you talking about, you know, as far as doing what he wants. It might seem that way, but I think they just rock with Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. So shout out to BENAVIDEZ and MORRELL, man. We're going to get a good card, a good fight, man. We're going to build on that some more as the week progresses, man. But Keith Thurman is back, y'all. Y'all got to put some respect on my guy, Keith. One time you said been selling computer on Blue Chews the early, man. You stupid. Stop that. It's true to the Justin Boxer. Shout out to my guy behind the hands, man. We're in the ninth, and I just wanted to pop on a little early today, man, and chop it up for a minute. I mean, I don't think I'll be back, but it's good to see it. Listen, I like to see 4 days. It's a countdown, man. One more time for the road, man.
All right, champ. All right, man. Take it easy. Good to see you. Hey, fuck BENAVIDEZ.
It's on, bro. That's what he on. But BENAVIDEZ said he coming to break his mouth, man. So I think he mean it too. I think he dead serious. So I want to see what that look like. And we got that this Saturday. Y'all crazy. Y'all some damn pervs. I mean, let me get to Keith Thurman, man. Let me get to Keith, man. Get my boy one time. You know what I'm saying?
Hands up, champ. Hands up. There we go. One time.
You know what I'm saying? Look at my boy one time.
One time back again, baby.
You are improving fitness.
Man, he out there improving fitness on y'all. What y'all talking about?
Push. There we go. Dig. Hey there.
That last time. It might be shit. Nah, he gonna beat Black Jarvis up, man. I think.
Champ. Cover that body up, champ.
Think they gave him a good get back fight. They take the rust off, man. Go some rounds. Might stop Brock. Might get him up out of there. Brock got beat up bad by somebody's car. I forgot who stopped Brock. I like to see Keith. I really like Keith Thurman as a fighter. I hope he go out here and stop Brock Jarvis. I do. I hope he look like one time. I hope he go out here and spark buddy ass out, man. I like Keith, man. I root for Keith Thurman, bro. I do. And lastly, man, you got the Norman versus Hackett versus Norman.
They called me. They called me. So if y'all called me, y'all must really want it. So I finna show you this ain't what you really want. Plain and simple.
So with the Greg Hackett situation, I'm like, this is perfect. I don't want to go at you. I don't want to go fight the street for what? We are literally in the we literally in the boxing industry. We can get in the ring, whether it's sparring, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, we can legally get in the ring and beat the shit out of each other. So if you're about what you say, then we can make it happen. So that's what it's up with this Greg Hackett situation.
You finna come in stepping on everything. It's out here in our city, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? They coming down here for us. They was talking crazy to us, so we ain't bound down for nothing. You know what I'm saying? We bitch stepping at all times. So
That's when we got to step in and show folks, yeah, we bite about it. We normals. We far from normal. It's in the bloodline.
I ain't gonna lie. I like that B Norman talk. I like to hear B Norman talking this shit. That don't make you want to see the fight, man. That should make you want to see Pops fight and B Norman. I love it. I love it. I wanted that too, man. But EJ stubborn as hell. Down goes Norman. Norman Senior versus Hack is the fight of 2025, y'all. Fool. Keith stop Brock. We're gonna hear about it for the next 3 years while Keith on another break. You know how I go behind the ass. That might be his victory lap. You never know. But shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all rocking out this morning, man. To the early afternoon. Salute to the fan for pulling up, man. Y'all make sure y'all do smash that like button, man. Y'all know I'll be back at y'all tomorrow at the normal time, 4 p.m. to build on this boxing. How we always do. So yeah, they finally get their just due, right? We like to see it, man. We like to see it. And shout out to Keith, man. So we're gonna keep pushing, man. Appreciate everybody rocking out, man. Hit the like button on the way out. Salute to the fan. Appreciate y'all all things. My guy Skills behind the hands. You know, Aunt McQueen said Keith never took on the stiffest challenge of his career. That was a prime EJ, yeah. I mean, I think he had a real good, he had his reasonings for it, right? It's like at the end of the day, you should have fought him, but he damn sure was trying to get a bigger fight. I believe that's what he was on, and he ended up shooting himself in the foot, and he doubled back and said he wish he would have fought Earl. Signature Sounds, peace, fam. Shout out to everybody. Much love to the family, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of this good Tuesday, and I'll be back at y'all tomorrow. Peace to the fam.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes. Got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it. This channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet.